How we all doing, everybody? Welcome to Corey Davis 49er Wednesday, where we talk a lot of S. Pretty much we'll be talking 49ers news and stuff from around the league. You know how it is. But before we actually get going, we got to do some things.
Hello, it is time to start the show. And I'm going to get started right after this.
How's it going, everybody? Trying to reset this thing because it was just throwing static at me. And I'm not going to know how good it's working until folks hop in here. And Spongy. We got our resident Eagles fan. Don't hold it against him, folks. Spongy.
Hello.
Oh, my goodness. There is something up with my right hand freaking earbud. I might be one earbud tonight. Eli, what's cracking, buddy?
Yeah,
You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you. I'm standing on business.
What is wrong with that thing?
If you don't get that,
yeah, you're right. What's wrong with that thing? That Florida man down there.
If you don't get that clip, it's a viral Justin Bieber clip going around right now.
I feel you gotta feel bad.
It's not clocking to you, bro.
You gotta feel somewhat bad for the guy.
Why is that just?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, he's legitimately watching his trauma come to light with the Diddy trial, and didn't the attorney rest the case in the Diddy trial, the prosecution?
Probably.
So we're gonna get a decision here probably pretty soon on all that.
Oh no!
Sorry, David.
What are we talking about on the football channel here?
I mean, he is a Steelers fan.
Baby. Hey, I used to sing Justin Bieber to my girlfriend. It's not like she was a huge Justin Bieber fan, but hey, some of his old songs are,
Hey, yeah, exactly.
Well, when he first came out, he was cool, and then we found out how he is.
Oh, what's that song? Yeah, Picture Perfect. You don't need no filter. That one. I used to sing to my girlfriend all the time.
We got Bebop in the building with cracking, buddy.
Beam bop boom boom.
We got
bam.
Brian Culp watching from some fancy USPS truck.
Not hold your hand.
I'm watching the NBA.
Them USPS trucks, like I think they plan on going all electric. And Brian actually sent me. Hold on, Brian actually sent me a picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it to you, Levi. I'm just going to download it and send that to you real fast.
Oh, I've already seen them. I already know exactly which ones you're talking about. I saw a post on this today.
I mean, I was like,
it looks so skinny. Fucking weird, bro.
They're skinny,
Kenneth.
What's up?
Did they put the battery underneath, so the front side there's just nothing there? Is that because it looks so tiny and small?
Dude, it looks like the window
That's
looks
what she said.
like 5 feet tall. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Kenny coming in with
a tiny front end, because there's no motor there.
Tiny. Hold.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. Come on, there we go. Yeah, that's literal fire there.
I'll sing it.
Stop playing with fire.
I didn't have time to actually get video of those guys doing that, but you kind of see the idea.
Kenny
right?
probably knows this artist. Sponge probably never heard of him ever once. Edwin McCain.
Yeah.
Nope, I don't know who you are talking about.
They still playing that song on the radio,
so
bro.
This is allegedly
Yep, that's it.
the electric post office vehicle, allegedly, that they're going to be going with. And man,
oh man, that looks beautiful.
Now when it comes down to beauty, you know, in a mother's eye, right?
Hey, it's my eye.
I think though I read there's something going to be going wrong with that, like deal wise.
That thing, it was made at the Ugly Factory.
Hey, don't call it a thing.
In the ugly city, in the ugly county, in the ugly state, in the country of ugly.
That's how I feel about Cybertrucks.
David,
I'm like, bro, that is not a truck, and then it's ugly as shit.
David, you should know you can't call it an it. You don't know what it is.
I like that. There's a guy, and he put a Cybertruck to a test against like a brand new F-150. He's one of those like rich, like TikTok kids that's kind of like farmland, but just has too much fucking money to blow in a sense. And so he bought a Cybertruck, and dude, he was doing all. That's how we found out. That's one of the first people that found out those panels were glued on. You know, I'm not a big fan of Fords either.
It's ridiculous that they're glued on.
Exactly, ain't it, bro?
Like, I mean, it's like, really?
Bruh.
But the thing is, I mean, you could literally like weld studs on the one side, pop them in, and like bolt.
Yeah, there's like a million ways
the other side. You would have to polish the outside afterwards, but it's not like they don't try.
Yeah, but that was just a bad factory thing, man. Like whoever was in charge of the production line on that, like. You know, some engineer probably did it right.
Hey, liquid nails and wood screws fix the world, okay?
You know what? Actually,
I gotta remember self tappers.
Do you know the Rivens? We just got a brand new Riven dealership open up near us. They're starting to put Riven.
Is it Rivian?
Maybe I think that's what it says. Rivian.
Yeah,
Rivian was bought out by Volkswagen.
Really?
Germany owns it.
I'm not sure how lately that happened, but it did just happen.
Wasn't Rivian started by the old engineer of Tesla? One of them is.
I think so.
Yeah, one of them, the chief engineer quit. He's like, fuck this. I'm going to go start a real car brand.
Anything better than a Schwab.
I saw a video
for him
from a guy. Okay, we got all kinds of that going on in the back.
Yeah, it's about time. Damn. I've been waiting like for 9 years and shit.
10 fairy emojis back there.
What's funny is I can see there's 9 private chats missed, so it's the 9-year reference is even funnier.
but yeah, so the lithium ion batteries that are so horrible for the environment. I mean, let's be honest, folks.
Which one caught on fire and sank an entire ship of e-cars somewhere, I think in Asia the other day.
Yes, this actually happened.
They'll make good coral reefs.
There's a company, and I'm gonna actually have to look up the YouTube video because I watch a guy that owns a car dealership. He covered it. He actually did this thing on electric cars. He's had an Audi e-tron, right? He's had a Tesla.
Is that the one where it's like a half and it can kick on the electric motor after it like gets going?
The hybrid?
I know Audi's got one of those.
The Audi Eon, that's the fully electric model.
Oh, okay.
But he also did a cross-country race in a Porsche electric car. I can't remember the model, but it's like a station wagon.
Still have that.
But the guy has like a whole series on electric cars and why they're not, you know, for the majority of the population because they're not practical at this point.
And our energy grid, if actually every single American went electric right now, our energy grid is not capable of handling that. We have ignored that for like 20 fucking years.
AI actually uses a ton of electric.
And that's one of the new problems that we're adding on, like, to it all.
Ass Domus. Oh my god, you suck.
I think I told you this on Kenny on Friday. But if not, there's a town in the Philippines that it's an experiment. They have 16 different AI models as like the town council. So it literally is going to be a city run by AI, and they're going to test it out. Basically,
I only know Cebu in the Philippines. That's the main city I know.
Taboo?
Cebu.
Just don't do no.
Oh,
deal.
the same guy has the hybrid Corvette. You know, the new.
Ooh, I didn't even know they had a hybrid Corvette. They put out all kinds of shit, bro.
Well, it's not a Stingray; it's an E-Ray. That's what they call it. And it's pushing 600 horsepower. But those new Corvettes are so light; they're not fun. All kinds of people are like, "Oh, look, those are heavy." What do you mean they're heavy? Like, oh, it's not 1,500 pounds. You realize how much structure they have to not put in the car?
That's heavy, man.
I got to go find this car for you, David. There's some new car, and the way it uses airflow and through the vents because the
I'm on fire.
You got to get that downforce to keep traction around corners. You know what I'm saying, and keep the high speed. And they are lapping everybody because they just don't have to slow down. And the G-force in the thing is supposed to be almost like jet, about almost to put you unconscious because you go around the corners so fucking fast.
I'm about to get popcorn lung tonight.
Okay. So Volkswagen actually invested $5 billion in Rivian.
That's it.
So they have the rights. They have the rights to their tech now.
Nice.
That's Tesla actually has a battery company, which I'm trying to find in the video here.
I've got a fun football video, shared screen style.
Where? Okay.
So, guys, what your NFL team says about you,
Oh, no.
That's it. Great video.
What was it? I missed
Wait, what?
What are we even talking about tonight?
Yeah.
Just how we had that settled. We're starting out there tonight. You see the Cowboys? You a bitch. Joking.
No, you're not joking.
Hurricane? Her a bitch.
I think the car I'm talking about, by the way, David, it's called, this is the one, the McCurdy Spearling.
The McCurdy Spearling.
Yeah, it's some electric hypercar that produces a ton of downforce, so it doesn't have to deaccelerate around turns.
So basically, what I'm getting at, and I mean, I know we're off football topic here.
I know, right?
But so they're coming out with a sodium-based battery versus lithium, which it can operate in temperatures and not die. Low temperatures, high temperatures. It's versatile. It's negative 40 degrees Celsius. I'm listening to it. I mean, dude, that's insane cold. Okay.
Yeah, the only way to kill a lithium-ion fire is to drown it in so much there's a reason, if you've ever seen when they're doing the testing for the lithium-ion batteries, then they'll intentionally create the misfire and start a fire in it. They drop that bitch in just a giant thing of water. You have to drown it.
Like magnets.
Before it. Because if it really gets going,
fire departments will just let it burn.
Yeah, because they can't put out enough water for it there. It's pointless. And just like David says, let it burn.
Once we can figure out how to take the oxygen out of the surrounding area, we'll put out a fire lickety split.
What's funny, in my folder, I have an idea based off an old Gates Foundation experiment in Arizona, a way I think I can strip carbon from the air and then break it down into a usable form in which I can sell it to fucking Elon Musk and NASA, who desperately are looking for a way to collect physical carbon to use it.
Swing in a minute.
And I even in my folder idea, I break down how I would create a lobbying party for it to get a tax break for it, basically. So if I could put it on every jet or professional mode of transportation like an Uber driver, that they could get a tax cut. And again, I'm just fueling physical carbon to explore space and other stuff, build missiles more than likely.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, no one cares.
3 outs.
So who is the world's largest EV battery manufacturer?
China.
Duracell.
China.
Named Cattle, CATL. Tesla actually has an investment in them. Obviously they want the batteries for their cars, right? They're the ones that are coming out with the sodium-based battery for the EVs. So at this point, we're talking like 300 miles in range charging 5 minutes. You're talking like, it is drastically going to change the game in EVs, and it's going to make them practical for people to actually use. And that's a big thing, like the direction the EV market is going. I know this ain't football.
If every city bus was converted to an EV model, just right there alone, like across the entire country.
What the?
I know we're gonna.
Evo, what's cracking, buddy?
Maddie's selling all his tickets. Snake oil, like cold.
Filthy casual.
Filthy casual. I like the name, honestly.
Filthy casual.
I know, I like it.
I had to assassinate somebody.
So
on
y'all know
we'll see what happens with it.
I got a football thing. Do y'all know when your training camp tickets are going on sale? I know the Ravens, I think, is July 11th.
I can't believe we have to pay for that shit.
I don't know. That would be.
Y'all gotta pay for it.
I just
yeah.
For the
y'all are a lot bigger state than Maryland. So.
Maryland. You go about your Maryland.
Maryland.
It would be cool to go to one of those one day and maybe get some autographs like outside.
I dated a Jewish girl from Maryland.
I know, Sponge. You got to go before you get past. How old are you? You got to go before you get past 14, because I think that's when the cutoff usually is. Like I know for Baltimore, like they reserve the first like 5 rows, and that's only for
July 18th. Hold on.
Here's Auto Out Bailey up debate.
Can you check that?
Yeah, Thursday, July 18th is when they all go on sale.
Batting average 188. Who the hell bats that bad, dude? Good God.
Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter.
Let's see. Tickets are on sale now for $10.25 apparently.
$10?
Yeah, it looks like it. Hold on, I'm on their website.
Damn, 0-2 already, Bailey? All right, just call it 0-3. Fuck it.
Maybe I could go with my brother. My brother could.
So I'm going to give a quick shout out to the Eagles here because I actually love what they're doing. So Eagles are having a training camp public practice presented by Independence Blue Cross. Tickets are on sale for $10.25 and will benefit the Eagles Autism Foundation.
Yep.
Fans interested in purchasing tickets, parking is free. $40 pre-practice field access tickets are already sold out, though.
No batteries.
Most of the Eagles players have autism, so that's cool.
Talking about car batteries and the Eagles.
No, I've only ever heard of people with that being on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Actually, remember Broderick Jones?
Pittsburgh.
He has it.
Pittsburgh and Philadelphia.
I've been to Philly's training camp, and I've been to the Jets training camp, believe it or not.
I bet you the Jets one was horrible.
So the way it looks like for the Eagles is different for the Ravens. So during practice, like and all that, doesn't look like it says there will be no player access during this time window.
Jonathan J.
There's a post-practice player autograph.
I don't think it's
doesn't say where though. And,
I know that's not even his name, but I don't tell anything else.
It's Young Ye.
You probably have to get one of the actual programs on the spot to figure out where the post-practice thing is.
I thought I sent him my.
Let me see.
Play the game. They lost. You fucking idiot.
Because I don't have many cards I could get signed right now. That would be the one. Although I could get this whole Super Bowl.
It is Sunday, August 10th at 6:30 p.m. is when that public.
What up, John Jay?
What, the Eagles one?
Yeah.
My avatar.
Jonathan J.
My avatar is my least favorite 49er.
Celebrity golf.
Oh wow, they actually have the public's. I could look at their practice schedule.
What? Now, Kenny, let's get into this. Why is this guy?
Gates open at 4:30.
3-0.
We're showing everybody.
He's a bum.
Why is he your least favorite 49er?
Because he doesn't want to be a 49er.
Who? Ayuk?
Ayuk wants to be a commander, and we should send his ass there.
Salamander.
With Debo and with Kinlaw and our
D-Slow, mac and cheese belly Samuel.
And our old GM who was good for 1 pick a year.
D-Slow. I actually like that D-Slow.
Oh, my bad.
Whoa. No one needs to see that. Let me.
Look at that mustache.
Hey, I have that much hair.
Oh, what the heck? Nope.
And if you go Sponge, seating is first come, first serve, so it's kind of like Baltimore. Man, I'm telling you, me and my girlfriend, we sat outside that stadium for hours.
That's what happens is I bang my fucking thing when we can't get a walk on a 3-0. Come on, motherfuckers.
Hold on. You back there banging trash cans in the bullpen?
But we got when I went to the practice.
I'm drinking Dodger tears when they lost that fucking World Series.
Like, as close as you could get to the 50.
John Jay is here.
Sweet.
Also, Brandon Ayuk's mustache looks like the bad guy in the Frosty the Snowman, so I don't like that shit either.
The bad guy, John Jay, Daly City. What's up, buddy?
Yo,
Jonathan J.
Yeah, still not my name.
It's Young.
John J. Son. John J. Son.
That's what call him Jonathan. That's
pretty wild though, Sponge. Y'all only do it looks like one practice open to the public. The Ravens have one at the stadium, and then we allow us like a small group into the Under Armour
We have one
facility.
at the stadium as well.
Yeah, that's the one that's on sale.
I know, but I'm pretty sure you can.
Okay.
I think
that's weird. It just didn't show up.
I think you can show up to any of the practices like outside the facility because it's in Camden. It's in very close. I was thinking maybe if I wait outside.
You know, like Camden's violent murder rate has gone down.
Up.
That's great.
Oh, shut up, Ken.
We have to like buy tickets to the Under Armour Training Performance Center, and then they let in.
That's
like,
right. That's what his tweet said.
Fans a day into it.
That's exactly it. He's high on painkillers. Can you actually believe what he's trying to say?
Yeah, he's peeing in a cup from his bed. He's not getting straight.
Come on.
I have.
Why would you do that?
On getting
Jesus, 2, 3, and fucking 2 counts. No walks. No.
Now the question is, while he's high on painkillers, is he mistaking the cup for juice?
Fucking losers.
Oh yeah, he's confused.
Sub
to Corey Davis, you animals.
That's right.
Does he put?
Bring the fuego.
Does he put his pea cups in the freezer?
John Jay hates carne asada.
That's David Corona.
That's not true.
Now this is
That's
a
not
fact.
true. I like carne asada.
This is also true. I only like him when he catches the football.
He likes grande.
I heard you're a Cowboys
I hate
fan.
when he drops it in the end zone from a perfect pass.
No, that's Spongy. He's a Cowboys fan.
Nope.
He thinks Dak Prescott's the best quarterback to ever live.
Who?
And Cooper Flush is like the next Steve Young.
I love Dak this year.
Even though he's not on the team anymore.
I was just about to say.
Cooper Flush, isn't he a Raven?
He is.
Yeah.
2-year deal.
Hey, Levi, can you guys cut Cooper Rush and give my boy Devin Leary a chance at this?
Hey, shout out Valix Prime Sports. He's the one who named him Cooper Flush.
Practice squad.
Oh.
But
dude, I heard
football.
Cooper,
I'm excited.
Isn't Cooper DeJean going to safety this year? I've seen a couple people now rank the Eagles' defense under top 5.
What? Oh. Yeah, they're not going to be number 1, but they'll be top 10.
No more top 5 Eagles.
Top 5 and gay players.
There you go. And autism.
No,
sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That
was a joke. I'm not even serious.
It's okay to be gay. It's not an insult.
Whoa.
That just means you're happy.
It means you're extreme. That's why they call it gay Paris.
Yes, the literal meaning. Yeah.
Literal meaning means happy, but
that's right.
It sadly has a new meaning now.
Yeah, it's in the Eagles charter.
Cooper DeJean's former running mate, TJ Tampa, is looking great in camp this year.
Oh, come on, man. Motherfucker.
Baltimore's D's been bumped up, and Eagles bumped down.
I am so beyond excited for football this year. I think there's a metric somewhere between Marlon, Chidobe Awuzie, and Jerry Alexander since 2019. They have 3 of the 5 corners with the lowest separation scores in NFL over that time period.
Hey,
speaking of defenses getting a little better, I think Shaq Griffin just got signed by Seattle, and they already have a decent D.
Levi, let me know if Brian Ingram makes the roster.
Awuzie?
Or the practice squad for.
He's probably going to practice squad. I'm going to tell you, our outside linebacker core. There's other than Kyle Van Noy, there are so many young guys.
No, because I want to make sure that I tag him in a post.
Yeah, I'll let you know if I see. But like I say, he's probably unfortunately unless he just starts destroying people. But he needs a year to develop anyway.
Has anyone ever seen my Jeff Garcia?
Jeff Kent.
Hey, by the way, Jeff Garcia's son.
Jeff Garcia?
Just committed to Michigan.
It's Garcia.
Ooh.
He transferred to Michigan. It was at
Garcia.
And
South Carolina.
You know who's also been showing out in camp a little bit? Anais Peebles.
My mom.
Showing why he...
Wait, hold on.
Ollie Gordon's been looking good.
Hold on. The anus.
Yes, sir, the anus.
Olive
Because
Garden.
he puts them on their ass.
Olive Garden? Oh, okay. I don't know about Olive Garden. It's kind of mid. It's
actually met a guy today at the gym from VCU.
You better eat it when you're there, because if you take it home and try and microwave it, it turns into a sloppy oil.
Not sponsored, YouTube.
No, it's still good.
And there's the news of the night. Do not microwave Olive Garden.
So I will. It's funny.
I love oily shit.
Seahawks. Y'all like to mess with Joe sometimes that there aren't Seahawks. And I'd like.
Did you hear what Diddy and Did you hear about Diddy going down on Big E?
Ew.
Oh.
That's what I heard.
Oh, bro.
I'm serious. I heard that in the fucking, unless it was bullshit.
Cheese, eggs,
No, it's real.
I mean, God, Big E, I thought you liked girls. You let your fucking friend go down. God, man.
That's what he loves.
I'm not gay for getting my dick sucked. You're gay for
close your eyes.
Eagles fans would know. We should ask them.
No,
my friend said, just tell him to take his wife's dentures off and gummy it.
Whoa.
So, did I ever tell you guys? Did I ever tell you guys my mistake of calling seagulls in like a battle chat that we had going on? So I said, what, the seagulls aren't doing anything? Oh my God. Every single Seahawks fan that was watching chimed in, and I was going, wow. Like, wow, apparently that's not the right thing to call that. And half of them say, do not call us that trash bird. We are sea chickens.
Whoa.
That's why I started calling them sea chickens.
Sea cunts.
Seattle just signed Shaq Griffin. And
who?
Their D even more.
Tommy, I had a buddy, and he was a Mustang dude. But we were driving one day just down on the boulevard, and he's like, yo, slow down. There's a girl up here. And he was going to like holler at her. Now, this man was also infamous for like yelling shit from movies. Does anyone remember my new fucking haircut? That stupid shit. He loved that, dude. It's my new fucking haircut. You know what that means? But anyway. He rolls down this window. We're all waiting for what he's about to say, and he just screams at the top of his lungs, "Shut up, bitch! Give me a gummer!"
Oh God!
And we're like, "What the fuck?" We're like grabbing him, pulling back in the car. I remember one time in the lunchroom. I'm sorry, just random crazy stories. This is a fun one you do to your friend in the lunchroom. Grab his hand, your best bro's hand. And as soon as you grab his hand, scream as loud as you can. Bro, why are you trying to hold my hand? You gay?
No, I thought you were going to say do the Dutch. I thought you were going to say do the Dutch runner.
Ew.
Rudder.
I thought you were going to go Portuguese breakfast.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah, see, you're a man of culture.
It's not exactly a dirty Sanchez or anything, or a rusty trombone, but
Oh, I like the rusty Rick myself. You know. A sloppy Sanchez.
there's one.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just making Rick and Morty
Now,
jokes.
folks, don't forget.
Ah, for God's sake!
I'm trying to push to 250.
Motherfucker, man. What is what?
And Tommy is very passionate about sports, so don't mind.
Oh my
Baseball,
God.
stupid game
I'm
that's
on the
rigged.
push to 250 right now, so please subscribe. It's free. Whoa!
I was like, oh shit! Someone's shots fired! Shots fired!
No, I think he's just banging on his garbage can. Don't worry about it.
He's probably
Dude, what? I don't,
David,
He's just
John,
keeping
I
the
don't
rent
understand what's wrong with the pitching lately. We've been dog shit.
I've been saying that for years. No one
So
believes
the-
it.
David, last
The
time
old
I
method
checked-
was every once in a while you go pop a couple shots out in your neighborhood. That's how you keep the rent down. The new way, you just go outside on the sidewalk and you do the fentanyl slump, and you just slump over like you're on fentanyl in front of your house.
David,
Keeps
last
rent
time I checked,
fentanyl
you were
slump.
stuck at 194. What happened?
Now, hey, Bebop has a point here. Sloppy Sanchez does sound like a sandwich.
It could be if you do it right.
See, our pitching is as bad as Joel Embiid ever winning the playoff game.
Papa J, what's cracking, buddy? Nice to see you.
I had to hear
The
Michael
Seahawk is an
talk
osprey.
about that all day today, John.
Papa.
I only thought that the other day because ospreys are seabirds. So I was literally at the Salvation Army just looking for a dining room table. And no shit, there was just an osprey had a giant ass nest on top of a fucking light pole.
This
and I
is
was like,
the
that's
current
Florida.
chat hot take of the night. Let us have it, folks. Give us a hot take.
Seagirls are the next Raiders. No, definitely Raiders are the next Seagirls because they have Pete Carroll now.
Hey, the question is, can he actually fix that dysfunctional franchise?
You know,
No.
I think Genty's a
Levi.
great step in the right direction, but they let Josh Jacobs go out the door too. So
I think the Raiders are going to be good this year.
Mm.
That's just me.
I'm excited for him.
I
really-
really like what
honestly,
they did.
I think paying big price.
I'm so
for a
sick of this
running back
fucking
is a
team.
mistake.
Fucking losers.
We paid a big
hey.
price for a running back. I think honestly, paying big price for a running back's a mistake. Because typically they sign their big contracts and you might get a good year out of them, but then they just go downhill. You know.
David, it's only a problem if he's on the Madden cover.
All right,
Yeah.
let's
Now
let's
this
talk-
is
let's talk
also
about
true. This is also true. Poor Spongey's in the same boat we were in.
All right, could anyone tell me other than Sponge, because I know Sponge probably knows this, other than Geno Smith, who the other quarterbacks on the Raiders roster are? Got it pulled up already. It's some
It depends
interesting
who they-
things.
It
Yeah.
depends who they consider a quarterback, like who they drafted.
And that's the thing. They've got two super young guys on the third
Yeah.
and fourth on the. So Geno
I
Smith,
know.
of course, the starter, one of the best. And I've talked about this a lot. Their offense is going to be designed to. It's going to be run, play action,
No.
deep shots. Nothing but that.
Oh, I'm going to be
Sorry, go
taking Geno and Stafford on my fantasy team. You watch.
But Aiden O'Connell he throws a ball with a lot of air under it going back to his combine.
5 hits.
That's how
Come
it
on,
works.
man. What the
Oh
fuck?
my God, he's wide receiver 5.
So then Cam Miller is the kid they drafted from North Dakota State,
He sucks.
which again is a power run vertical offense.
And Levi, and
Yeah.
the guy, this guy. I was wondering if they had him as a quarterback or not because they drafted him as a receiver.
The fourth string guy.
Right at, I think that's Carter Bradley.
Yeah, Carter Bradley from Southern
I'm
Alabama.
talking Tommy Malott.
Merlot.
Tommy
Oh
their
yeah,
third
they do have
stringer,
Malott
Levi?
listed as a wide receiver. Say what, David?
Who's their third stringer? They got
They got Cam Miller, who's from North Dakota State, which North Dakota State is power run vertical offense. Their fourth string is a young guy, developmental passer, but really good running ability.
I believe he
Carter
was an
Bradley
undrafted free agent last year.
Yeah, from Southern
NDSU
Alabama.
quarterbacks are trash.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
shut up.
Brock Bowers, though, we can all agree Brock Bowers is a stud.
He's a stud when there's no one else to throw the ball to.
I mean,
Dude,
and they-
McBride is a stud.
As much as I don't think y'all like Geno Smith. You got to argue Geno's probably an upgrade from their quarterback last year.
He is, especially he's an upgrade in
about the Raiders, and Filthy Casual says they also have Tom Brady. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
He could always suit up.
Ashton Genty, Raheem Mozart, so they completely redid their running back room. Jack I know
most hurt.
One of Spongy's guys.
Jack Best, Dante Stallworth, Jacoby Myers,
Dante Thornton Jr.
Not Dante Stallworth, my bad. Dante.
Yeah, but the kid from Tennessee they took.
The tall wide receiver that runs fast.
They also have Jerry Rice.
That's what I'm saying. This is going to be a power run, vertical passing offense. It's so clear as day.
I thought they were going to run the ball because that's what Pete Carroll does.
Like I said, power. They're going to run power style concepts with Genty. Mozart's going to be the zone guy.
I see.
Join the dark side.
What? That was not a strike, you fucking loser.
Say what, Sponge?
Fuck, these umps are terrible.
I see 3 interesting guys on defense.
Just give up on the team, man.
So, I think you're looking at the depth chart.
Yeah.
So
should be 2-0.
First, of course, you have JJ Piguet. I think he's going to come into that role pretty quickly.
Oh yeah.
Who JJ?
They might use him as a fullback too. For
Andre Carter II was a guy who
was he Army or Navy?
He was Army, I believe. I believe he was Army, but he's not bad. He's got some potential still in the team.
Yeah, he's third on the depth.
Jesus, we cannot hit to save our fucking lives.
And then of course we got
Endeavors can't hit. Unbelievable.
Trey Taylor.
Is that Michael Barrett,
a guy
from
that I
Michigan
interviewed?
that they just drafted?
Who?
Is that Michael Barrett? Hold on, I gotta go look up.
Yeah, Michael Barrett from Michigan.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He got drafted by somebody else. I guess he got released. I think he was Tampa, like 2 years ago.
That's last year's.
Hey, John Jay, did you see my thumbnail for the show right now?
But they got
No,
so
not
many
yet.
vets.
All right.
They got so many
Is it
vets on
posted?
defense.
Yeah, I posted just now.
Okay.
They got so many vets on defense. They got
I forgot.
Brandon Roberts,
Guys.
Jermaine Pratt. They got Devin White as a backup. Who I mean,
Darian
My favorite
Porter, the
baseball team is
quarterback
the
from
Savannah
Iowa,
Bananas.
has some of the longest arms. Like
and
they
have
got,
them
then they
slotted
went and
in.
got 2 swing tackles and Caleb Rogers and Charles Grant, 2 guys I
You
personally
know.
loved.
I had there's so many guys not just on the offense but the defense who were on my top 10 for each position.
I like what the Raiders did this year. Honestly, I think they're going to come out.
This was by far, I think, one of my favorite drafts.
Unfortunately, they're in a division with Kansas City and Denver.
I think Kansas City. I was talking to someone about this actually today. I think Kansas City just takes a step back because
What the hell,
like Kenny
man?
talked about a lot. Their tackle.
Oh my
position,
God, these guys are
They
born
still
losers.
are not addressing the offensive line.
If they had a
correctly.
similar draft,
Yeah, they're not winning. They're not
Kenny,
winning
the
that
only
division. But they
way
had a nice
to-
draft. Yeah.
The only way to improve that thumbnail is if you put a baby McNiner in your arm somewhere.
Now, y'all love Josh Simmons. I'm one of the minority, but
I
there
was
are a couple
pressed for
people out
time.
there like me that are on the anti-Josh Simmons train. I still don't. They took a big potential guy last year that was boomer bust. He ended up being a bust.
Who I
Norman
hated
Lott
last
was
year.
one of my biggest bust defensive lineman guys. I didn't like that pick.
I wasn't
now
a Kingsley guy.
I did like the Ashton Gillette, Noel Williams picks, but after that, and of course, I did like Brashard Smith.
They took Jalen Royals. I like that.
Not bad. you know.
Royals has a real hands problem, which is something I didn't realize until after the draft.
Yeah.
Maybe
David
that's
also
just my
doesn't like
Chiefs
Jalen
bias, but
Well, Noel Williams is great. Gillette, might take a year to develop, but he's a guy that can come in on third down and already give them a little bit of potential. Norman Lott supposedly is known for his edge or his pass rush potential. I think in the interior of the NFL, I think he'll get just washed away, just like who is the kid that got taken last year and washed away? Not Mozzie Smith, but the other one. They took him inside, and he was just too. I think it was Washington actually took the kid.
Jerzon Noon.
Yeah,
That was
I think
the Patriots. I thought took.
No, that was.
and that's what happened. He came in and he got fucking pushed around in the NFL. And I think that's what Norman Lott, because I watched Norman Lott. He chose to like work out with different players.
But also Johnny Newton was also an early second round pick.
Norman, you can argue almost the first round.
Was the end of second round. So
yeah, but he was 36.
Yeah, there were some people that had him going super high in the second, and I just
it's still early, but
late in the second, I guess
the Josh Simmons. When you're the Chiefs, you can take that risk, and hopefully it works out for them. But dude, anchoring that leg on that injury with these animals coming at him,
with Max Crosby,
just massive.
Max Crosby coming after him. Like, I'm actually looking at their depth chart. So he's second on the depth chart, left tackle. Why is he already listed as questionable? It's not even the season started. He's already listed as questionable. I'm trying to see if I find any news on it. Let's see. It says he's ready to go full for camp 6 days ago.
Kenny Pickett's going to be the starter, from what I heard.
Baby hands?
I have heard that.
Imagine if Kenny Pickett wins the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna probably start some arguments here, but
recently
some of the Shador camp has come out and said it's just not fair that he can't get first team reps.
He doesn't need first team reps.
Fair?
Brock Purdy didn't get first team reps.
I mean, I definitely don't agree with it. I think it's a very entitled argument.
There's collusion against Shador. That's why.
You guys know the Brock Purdy story, right? Kyle walked up to Jed and said, "I think the best quarterback on our team is the third string." Okay, why is he the third string if he's the best quarterback on the team?
Because of money.
Because of politics.
Yeah, money and politics.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, it's like you start the best player for the position. Like, what in the hell?
I was watching another creator. We were talking about it directly, but they were talking about how a lot of the decisions made on keeping players is about how much they owe them.
It's a business.
Steve-O's got Kenny Pickett hands.
Well, maybe the best thing for Shador is not to start right away. Maybe come in week 4 to 6, around there, maybe.
Well, look at the Browns quarterback situation. They have Deshaun Watson, who signed a fully guaranteed contract, right?
And says he has no plans of giving up reps to anybody.
I think
especially Shador, legendary.
Word of the day is collusion.
Oh yeah, with who was it that?
Actually, why I said that. He's like I think how many players in the league have a fully guaranteed contract?
My mommy.
I mean, so my thing is this though. So I do want to it's a business. The NFL, they all pay their dues to the NFL. They're basically the NFL's their boss. Any business is going to say, "Yeah, I want to operate at a lower cost."
Deshaun Watson does.
So, I think that's going to be a big part of the legal argument if it does go to court for the NFL.
Oh, great, a legal argument. That's just
hopefully we'll miss a whole year of football. What the F would we do?
UFL.
Dude, do you seriously think they won't play?
No, they'll bring in every
we missed
XFL and World League before they skip a season, bro.
Yeah, especially with UFL and everything else growing right now. Now would never be the time. They would severely hurt the business model if they still somehow.
Hey, I don't know if anybody knows it. I was watching women's football. Just a couple days ago, they were playing.
You were watching the lingerie league, bro.
Powder Puff League?
No, it was not a Powder Puff League. They were actually.
God damn it! Why do you swing at that?
Well, I watched the UFL game with Mike Nolan, one of the teams. You know that? Nolan's the coach of one of the UFL teams.
And these girls who were playing the quarterback position. Who were playing the quarterback position were doing way better than some of the starters.
Like I said, folks, leave your hot takes in the
Bungie, ladies can do stuff now, right?
Oh yeah, Kenny. That's a new thing. But
Who's level cap Leo? What's up? Sub.
Sub to David. Get him to 194 subs.
Yeah, get David to 206.
Hey, get Kenny 194 so he can hang out for a couple months out there, just like I did.
Level cap.
I'll be hovering around the 150s for a couple years.
Kenny doesn't care about
I don't even know how I got to where I'm at.
I just got to do shorts and I get a bunch of subs. I'm too lazy.
When you do live games, when you're calling live games, like that gets you subs.
Mm-hmm.
Like we know
it's hard doing some 4-hour streams by yourself.
Yeah, that's the thing.
49er Empire, they moved to Ireland, though. Shifty.
I actually want to make a short about Crossy and tag him in it.
And he does a lot of live games. I mean, he grew fast because he does a lot of live games, but he also has energy. Mm-hmm. A lot of energy when he's calling the game. Mm-hmm. So if you do a live game and you have like his level of energy, apparently you're going to grow really fast.
Especially where he lives.
Well, once there's something to do content on, I'll do some shorts. But for now, I got nothing.
What were you saying, Sponge?
Spongey's on. He's on the laundromat Wi-Fi.
He was saying he loves JD5.
I thought you say he likes Dak Prescott.
Nah, he switches.
He's a huge Russ Wilson fan.
He's a switch hitter. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
You mean he's ambidextrous?
I heard you're just jealous.
I want to congratulate Kenny for his Mets beating the Phillies.
No.
Can we wrap it up?
No, we beat.
No, it's the Braves.
Now this is what Crazy Dude says, guys. If a miracle happens and Kenny Pickett wins the Super Bowl, then he's better than Jalen Hurts for winning it with a crappy team.
Most people
I'm going to tell you right now, that would take a miracle because it's the Browns.
Has Jalen Hurts ever thrown more than 23 touchdowns in a season?
Watch it.
He's mad.
Did he throw for 4,000 yards last year, Spongy, or has he never done that either?
No, I think he's done that.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I think if it wasn't last year, he's never done
it. There's one way to find out. I got several Google machines at my disposal.
I'd almost bet Kenny Pickett has never thrown it in the NFL for 4,000 yards.
No, I'm talking about Jalen Hurts.
Oh, Jalen? Actually, I think Jalen has broken 4K.
Yep. I thought he did. If he didn't do it last year, he didn't do it before 2024.
Nah, I think he might have.
He's usually like a 3,700, 3,800 guy.
Yeah, he's never thrown for more than 23 touchdowns either.
I heard Jalen Hurts is a good guy.
For me to
the most Jalen Hurts has thrown for is 3,858 yards.
What a loser!
That is correct.
And 23 touchdowns, and he also had 15 interceptions in that season. That was 2020.
Now,
that's not an MVP.
In the words of Giants fans, he's actually a better running back.
Here's the thing, though.
Okay, hold on.
The thing that I like about Jalen Hurts is this: he does not have a fucking ego like a lot of people. They said, "Hey,
Shador, legendary Sanders."
I know, right? Like ego like that. They came to him and said, "Hey, here's the deal. We're going to run this offense. It's going to be different. You're not going to be throwing the ball as much. It's going to be a ball control offense centered around putting targets to AJ Brown and a strong play action game." And he was like, "Cool, bro." And he flawlessly transitioned into a different style of offense. And so what? He doesn't throw for yards. They got a fucking ring, and I'd rather have a ring than anything else.
They picked Jalen Hurts up and threw him into the end zone.
Jalen Hurts, his best season was 2021 rushing, 139 attempts, 784 yards, 10 touchdowns, 5.6 average.
Last year, though,
mediocre running back.
Last year it was 150.
Real quick. You
said,
wait, what year was it?
With 4.2. That was 2021.
So that was before the push.
Let me give you two stats for Jalen Hurts.
Okay, after the tush push, 2024, 150, 630 yards, 4.2 average.
Let me give you two more important stats for him than that. He had the highest completion percentage of his career at 68.7% last year. At completing basically 7 out of 10 throws, which is unheard of in the NFL. He also
he had. Look at all the time that O-line gives him.
Also, tied to that is his highest rating of his career, even surpassing the 3,700-yard season in 2022 with 103.7 rating for the year. That's outstanding numbers.
Yeah, because he's on a stacked team.
He does. That's the thing.
Throw the ball
he doesn't have to be the star. He has a great mindset. A great, he's a good leader. He's not he's not like a raw leader like Ray Lewis, but I guarantee you, like Tommy said, seems like a nice guy. I bet you if you ever wanted a friend, bro, Jalen's probably like the friend you always wanted. Like,
well, I like Jalen. I like Jalen when he came out and was like Saquon going on the airplane with Donald Trump.
The fact that he also went on to Abbott Elementary, one of my favorite shows, and did a thing for them. I thought it was
Levi.
So it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. They just recently did a thing with Abbott. Wasn't a huge fan.
Levi, I got a question.
Yeah.
Did you perhaps see what Jason Kelsey did today?
Are you talking about like that man thong thing?
Yeah.
Pause.
I saw that right before we came on the show. I was just scrolling after my workout. Look what Jason Kelsey does. Just slams that thing down, climbs it, and
he sure is enjoying retirement. But that was like an odd.
He's trying to get rights like fucking what's his name to get a podcast covering the NFL, man. Like McAfee. Or get big enough, just like
this guy Sponge he's talking about reminds me of a Bears fan in Florida.
Fun fact, Sponge. NFL just put out an article today talking about the most bang for your buck, lowest drafted, best value positions, and of course they did the offensive line, and your boy Jason Kelsey was the number one interior guy.
Yeah,
my boy Marshall Mianda was on there.
He's a little guy too. Jason Kelsey's not a big dude.
He's not.
He
clearly
Jalen Hurts actually kind of liked that, I think, when he retired because he doesn't have to get as low to get the snap anymore. Like he talks about it a lot, doesn't he, Sponge? Like how low he used to have to like fucking squat to get that football from.
Although
you're behind a guy for a whole game like that, and your junk is pressed up against his ass, you don't want him to be too big.
Oh yeah. Although I don't think Cam Jurgens is much taller.
He's not.
Jurgens.
I think Jurgens is.
Are you jerking me, bro?
I think Jurgens is about like an inch taller, maybe.
I was just about to say, I think he's an inch taller. That's funny.
God damn it, man. Stupid.
Jurgens is a good brand.
Oh, yeah. Taylor gave an impromptu concert at Tight End U.
So did Kane Brown.
Yo, Kyle Pitts is in that Tight End U.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of
randoms
at Tight End U.
Joke. Excuse my language. I know that's a hot take, but I watch it every year.
Yo, so Papa J asked, what's the AFC sleeper teams? I said the Colts. What do you guys got?
The fucking Colts.
Who is even in the AFC?
Who is even in the AFC?
Sleeper on the AFC side.
Didn't a team beat you in the Super Bowl one time that was in the AFC?
I would hope so.
Actually, the AFC West, they've lost a lot to.
Oh, okay.
Tampa's offense is going to be unstoppable.
The Eagles lost to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, the Raiders.
Oh, yeah, they
are. Anyone else?
South is Colts, Titans.
Okay, that's why I said Colts. That's a winnable division.
My sleeper, the Titans, the Jets, and the Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders are definitely on that list.
And I think the Titans. I think Cam Ward could bring an impact.
How dare you? The Titans. The Titans suck.
I know, me and Kenny definitely butt heads on this one, but
I'd go with Jaguars before I went with the Titans. I'm sorry.
No.
My team's got a history with the Titans. Like, we are not friends with Titan fans. Like,
but that was because of the guy Vrabel, though, right? He ran a tight ship.
No, they beat us in the playoffs.
Oh, you mean way before?
Yeah, and then we knocked them out, and they were like dancing on our logo, so we were like dancing on their logo, like that type of rivalry, like very violent, not good rivalry.
Was that when they had Henry, or more recent?
Oh yeah, that was 2019, somewhere around that range. But the very beginning of Lamar's career.
I still can't believe
damn it, my TV. What the fuck is going on?
Hey, what up,
fucking sick of this, man. Every time I watch a Giants game,
damn, this guy's dropping money out here like he's
shout out, Get Own Kid is like the number one supporter of my channel, and he's a Steelers fan, but he's honest about his team. I Yeah, I don't think you're going 1-16, but I'm not a huge fan of the Aaron Rodgers signing. But apparently he's being a great mentor to Will Howard, and that's something good to see. Will Howard, the college football championship national title winning
the guy who should be starting in
that guy.
But you can make an argument when you got Jeremiah Smith, and Mbuka,
and
Travion Henderson.
I wanted Jeremiah to come out this year.
Shout out to all the fairies in the fucking chat.
I mean, okay.
Will
Howard. I thought Will Howard could have started this year. So
and that's what I wanted him to come in.
He should have
that fucking job. I had so much faith in him.
I have a lot of faith in him too. See, that's the thing.
Aaron could get hurt too.
He sure can. Or lose motivation halfway through the season.
Diahuska just kicked in.
But also, I wouldn't even want that guy. He wanted to go to the Vikings. I don't want to be your second pick, bro. Screw you.
Yeah, I didn't like the hold up. I didn't like how wishy-washy he was.
Well, remember, guys, he was getting married. Married, remember.
Well, not only was he getting married, but apparently...
I heard some rumors that it's a fake marriage.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting married.
Somebody's getting
honest and fair to the guy.
That's one of my favorite movies, Tommy. It's
such a good movie.
Someone very close to him had cancer and was dying or did die.
Classic.
And then he got supposedly married not too long
Absolutely
after.
classic.
So Dude Man might have been going through a lot of personal shit in a very short amount of time.
Thomas has gone into the Matrix.
Don't want to be too terrible.
Well,
but
that could be true.
He'll be back.
The LA Rams fans coming off his Wi-Fi.
I'm sorry, David. Get okay. What do you wrote?
Where is it? I don't see it yet. Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's being put up.
Yeah, apparently Aaron Rodgers revealed that multiple people close to him are currently battling cancer, and it was a significant factor in delaying his decision about his NFL future.
BS.
He did say though that this is the last year.
So. Here's a fun fact: Kelvin Banks' mother was dying,
with another.
And he didn't miss a single game last year.
Hilarious.
Get own kid coming in with another donation. Rodgers and Tomlin are secret lovers, gentlemen. Didn't know that.
It makes sense
now. No, I don't think it was Kelvin Banks. It was another guy.
I wanna make love to you.
It was the guy. No, Kenny. It wasn't his. It wasn't Kelvin Banks. It was the other offensive tackle.
No, it was definitely Kelvin Banks. I did a whole show on it. And I had
Kevin Gates?
His mom was dying.
No, it was the Steelers.
Yeah, it was the Steelers kid, Oregon kid, the defensive tackle, Harmon, Derek Harmon.
No, she died. Kelvin Banks' mother was dying, and she got better. They removed her gallbladder, and she got 100% better. But during that entire season, Kelvin Banks didn't miss a single game.
Yeah, gallbladders are interesting.
Yeah, I don't need mine. I'm ready to get that shit out right now.
Well, I think the gallbladder. Is it?
But you were 100% correct about Derek Harmon.
I'm going to give you something I read in a
there's 9 fairy emojis in the private chat. There's Tommy.
Dude, I tried to put my phone in my pocket.
I think it's the gallbladder, or it's one of them. They basically believe it to have no value, and so when they take,
you mean the appendix?
I think it is the appendix, actually.
If the appendix has zero value, you should take it out before it explodes.
That's not true, according to some studies. So we think we now know what the appendix's major point is. And it's whenever something comes, like you get some virus that absolutely destroys your gut bacteria, like all the good, what are they fucking called? The bacteria that live in your gut, lactobacilli, like all the variations of lactobacilli, the good bacteria, like you find in yogurt and shit.
You
gotta
more yogurt.
Probiotics. If you take a probiotic, more than likely, if you look at it, it's a form of lactobacilli infellatus or something like that. Anyway, so when all of that shit dies, like case in point, if all of that dies, you might have to get a fecal transplant where they take good healthy poo and put it inside you to reset your gut biome.
Whoa.
We supposedly.
Hey, this is.
Whoa!
That sounds rad, y'all.
Robert Fecal wants to show you his show called Fecal Matters.
But think of the appendix as a flash drive of your gut biome.
Welcome to Fecal Matters.
Extra backup probiotics in the case that something like that happens, your body can naturally reset. And scientific studies show that people that have their appendix removed, if they deal with a GI infection that gets too bad or they have to take too many painkillers and they get in a position like that, they are way more likely to need a fecal transplant to continue having a healthy GI and living a normal life.
I had my appendix removed when I was 6 years old, and I've been fucking GI tract infections up for the last 47 years.
Oh yeah, like I said, it's only in the matter
bitch.
of something incredibly serious like that completely kills everything, but doesn't happen to very many people. But if your doctor gives you too many antibiotics, for example,
I would do a fecal transplant.
Dude, I think I gotta fucking.
Mostly it actually does. Like,
I gotta get off and listen to the game because my TV's all fucked up.
I eat good food. My lactobacillus is kicking A.
Yep. Like I said, just eating yogurt usually has lactobacillus in it. Bacilli. Sourdough has lactobacilli in it.
Oh yeah, hootie.
Yeah, getting different variations of it.
John.
Super important.
John, do you remember Jason Richardson?
Yeah, I met him.
His son just got drafted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
Hot damn!
His son.
That's excited.
His son's way better. His son's way better than Richardson. Richardson was good, but not what his son could be.
His son can be very good. He fell a lot. Fell to pick 25.
Mama fell.
See, and it's people like Get Own Kid are why I'm like, damn, I need to keep streaming and try another season and see if I can get. You know, it's sad. Like, I got rated. I got rated by Grossi before I got monetized, and everyone was like, "How do I donate? How do I donate?"
Well, bro, you're
trying to super chat me, but I couldn't get super chats at that point.
You're at almost 700 subs. I wouldn't stop now. And number two, you could sell your channel for money.
No, but then I would just unsubscribe.
You know what's wild is if like people actually used my codes. Like I have a code for United, and I think I get like 20% of your ticket price in a kickback.
I don't use codes.
Hey man, if you're buying on StubHub, I can get your ticket wave fee with my code Darwin.
I only travel by hot air balloon,
and I'll get a $10. See, like I can save someone.
I only travel by parachute
on Ticketmaster. It basically covers the Ticketmaster fee.
No, that's a new.
And I get a $10 kickback every time someone uses my code on Ticketmaster. So I save you 20, I get 10 from Ticketmaster. Darwin 20.
I guess because I'm not watching. Fuck.
I know.
God damn it, man.
I've got so many short plans and like all these ideas, and I just never follow through.
I just want to.
Like I've got a Discord channel half built already. With tons of AI bots.
What'd you say? You're half baked?
And CMC actually
always
trains like Bruce Lee. Have you ever heard that before?
I have a problem.
Bruce Lee is one of CMC's like heroes.
Yeah, you have multiple problems. Just to tell us one of the many.
So I lost a subscriber.
What? 8?
I don't know who it was.
8?
I don't even know if I'm subbed to you.
You lost 8 subscribers?
That's a lot.
I lost 1 subscriber.
Yeah, Bebop, if you have the real money, if you can get a blood test, like the new science that they have, they will do a blood test and they will work out like to the T everything that you should be eating a day to like be peak.
I was at 106. I'm at 105 now.
Spinach, avocados, broccoli.
I legitimately thought you were talking. You know, talking about broccoli. I had an all vegetable dinner last night, and it was delicious.
I love vegetables.
Yeah, just did all.
The more grease, the better.
Mm.
Oh, I love a good steak. I ran a steakhouse as a manager for a while. I love good steak, bro.
They really hired you for that?
They hired me as a server, and then they made me the manager.
The gladiators used to drink a mix of olive oil and red wine before fights.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you this.
So
Let me give
you were the second option, you guy.
I had a teacher in middle school. She was like 80 plus years old.
Hot.
She brought a kayak to work on the top of her car every day. And after she got out of school, she went in kayaked up river like fucking miles. Her secret, she ate raw garlic. Bro, her breath was red.
I used to whitewater kayak, but when I was younger.
pepper, turmeric, and ginger in one.
That shit if you watch the Adrenaline Rush, dude.
The black pepper activates the turmeric.
Yeah, black
if you want an
pepper.
Adrenaline Rush, go in fucking rapids in a kayak.
What's his
stuff.
name?
Class 4, my motherfucker.
Oh my gosh. Mark Maron. You would know him, Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Mark Maron joke.
Yeah, I like that guy. He was a podcaster for a while.
I think he's coming around.
They killed Kenny.
He's a good one to do jokes for.
Everybody was a podcaster. Can we be so for real? I think everyone in this world has been a podcaster.
I mean,
I'm barely a podcaster.
Yeah, you technically are. Okay, and no, we're not doing this. You technically are.
Again.
I was a content creator, not a podcaster.
No.
For a super chat, I'll be whatever you want me to be, baby. Subscribe and membership my channel for $1.99.
John, you're a carpetbagger.
You hail.
Yeah, that's a Civil War term.
Wow.
I haven't used that in a while.
I'm back in history class.
People on my channel that have been members on my channel for like a year now, meaning they pay the $1.99 a month fee to be a member of Darwin's Raven.
Kenny is Khrushchev, the Russian president,
and things beside their name
during the Cuban Missile Crisis.
So, I have to retract the statement. Spunchy was right. I had a podcast with Shifty, but since he moved to the UK,
no, John.
Lucky bastard.
You got Shifty on you and left.
Shifty likes dumbass. He likes gay, lame punk music, like Blink 182. Yeah.
No Effects.
Oh, I love No Effects.
I like
sad
I like
what
the
happened
Buzz
to
Cop.
Prevail. Y'all don't even know who
I like Goblin Cock.
Nobody knows who that is.
Have you heard of them? I saw them in concert once. They're like death metal.
Sponge, you probably know. You know Big Rocks or Big RO6? Big Rocks?
No.
I like Wet
You don't know Big Rock, bro?
No.
Singing that pirate shanty rap.
What?
You probably seen the viral video of like this guy singing and he's rapping and it literally sounds almost like a fucking sea shanty. He's got a very unique flow and style. I think the very popular song is called Big Decisions.
Are you seeing the Gilligan's Island song?
Yeah.
Bro, I showed my girlfriend Gilligan's Island the other day. She didn't know what Gilligan. I was like, yo, you don't know Gilligan's Island? Hold up. This one when I was
Gilligan.
Yeah. Go Skipper.
What's up, Chad, the Eagles fan?
The millionaire.
Apparently, Crazy.
Hell yeah, Crazy Juice. Thank you.
Of Blink 182.
I used to remember they used to show
Where
their stuff
are
on
you?
MTV.
Oh my god.
So supposedly Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin are secret.
I used to like Green Day before they got big.
Dude, this motherfucking TV sucks.
One of my favorite like hardcore bands right now. The lead singer, they kind of kicked him out because he tore his throat up on tour constantly, and he needed to get like a surgery done, and they didn't want to hold up the shows anymore, so they kicked him out. And so like a little sad. Like they got super famous. They did a cover to a Taylor Swift song, Love Story, on the Pop Goes
Bebop
album.
Kerplunk too. Kerplunk, I like.
After that, of course, that one video got like fucking millions and millions of views and basically launched their entire. The Trauma album is absolutely my favorite. And like one of the songs, the guy talks about the lead singer, how they got famous, had to go on tour, and like his best friend at home killed himself, and like he missed his younger brother growing up and graduating because they were out on tour and stuff like that. Like, the Trauma album is such a good fucking album through and through. Like, if you want the synopsis, I think it's track number 8 called Hurricane. The music video. Gotta watch.
I like old punk from the 70s. I used to love the Buzzcocks.
There's a great song if you've ever had a friend that killed themselves. It's called the Goodbye Interlude. It's not a full song. It's only like a minute 20. Song number 13, I think, on the album. It's a beautiful.
Welcome to my life.
They're going super hard now. The new lead singer is going super hard and satanic in a sense. I like it, but I don't. Oh my gosh, I want to show y'all Big Rocks so bad, but I don't want us to get any.
Are you black? No, you're very white.
Am I back?
Take it, Tommy.
Terry Bradshaw right now better than Bustin Fields. Damn, yo, he's a Justin
listen.
Yes.
Terry was.
There's context. A Bears fan from Florida said Justin Fields is better than Patrick Mahomes.
I like Terry Bradshaw, but he was kind of along for the ride.
Well, those quarterbacks in that era, they ran the ball more, and so throwing the ball wasn't a big thing. Like even he said that if a quarterback in that era had to throw the ball like more than 20 times, they were losing.
Yeah, if we have to talk a little football, I will say this. There was a guy named Otto Graham who played for the Browns. In 10 years, he won 7 Super Bowls. He had 3 MVPs. He had an undefeated season when he won the championship that year. He was a Navy pilot. He's probably the only person who comes close to Tom Brady. And they didn't protect the quarterback in bubble wrap back then either.
Sorry, I was over here listening.
I thought Zach Wilson could have been good if he didn't start right away.
Okay, who did we lose? Oh.
Spongy.
The Eagles fan.
I'm about to go.
Hello.
That Eagles Wi-Fi.
Yes.
No.
Damn.
No, he has the Chicago Bears Wi-Fi.
No.
Ooh.
No.
I don't hate the Bears. I just hate one Bears fan who says he's in a Stone Cold Stunner all of us.
Damn. I like a good Dudley drop.
Dudley Moore.
Dudley drop.
Kenny, that's some old timer stuff.
I used to love the Dudley Boys.
Oh man, Dudley Boys were fun to watch.
They began
of course, I used to love Al Snow because he was like, "What does everybody want?" And then he'd shake his head around.
The Dudley Boys have been getting a lot of hate lately.
Damn, that's not right.
By the way, that's in the chat. Big Rock's decisions. That's
Wasn't they? Didn't they have the little Dudley Boys at one point, and they were little people, but they were dressed like the Dudleys?
That guy called Spike Dudley.
So everyone on the panel is better than Justin Fields. Bustin'. Sorry.
I'm probably better than Bustin' Fields at this point. I'm gonna go put together a video.
Puck rule, Deflategate, Videogate. How many chances did Tom Brady get? How many passes did that guy and his team get? Devon.
What we got going on here? But now Marino, he's older than me, and I'll tell you what, mine haven't deflated yet. So.
Damn.
Oh, you're talking about footballs. Okay, never mind.
I heard Marino only handles balls with his isotoner gloves. No.
I still watch that movie. What's that movie with
Ace Ventura?
Yeah, I still watch that. It's funny. The dolphin.
Yeah.
We got to find a dolphin.
I don't give a goddamn about that fish. Fillet it in fast food if you want to.
Fuck you, dolphin! Fuck you, well, dolphins! South Park, anybody?
Hmm.
It wasn't dolphin and whale. It was chicken and what do they make it? Chicken and cow.
Chicken in hand, chicken in hand, chicken in hand.
I remember when on my middle school basketball team, we had a coach, and during like our breaks from practice, all he would do is talk about South Park.
My favorite South Park characters are Terrence and Phillip.
Yeah.
I remember the billboard of the movie, the original. I think that came out like in the late 90s.
Yeah.
It had
I saw that in the theater.
It also came out in the late 90s.
These nuts.
Sorry.
Oh, shut up.
Kenny, do you remember a movie called Basketball?
Yeah, I saw that in the movies too.
Those guys were the actual creators of South Park.
Yeah.
I've actually been to South Park, Colorado.
Yo, I'd be good at basketball.
They're investing actually money into it now. It's pretty cool. Oh God, I miss fucking Colorado. Such a beautiful place. Butters.
I think I'm going to move to Scotland and do a podcast with Shifty.
Is he? I thought he was in Ireland.
He is, but I'll be in Scotland.
Oh,
close enough. Close enough. They're so small, you can actually
somewhere
it's like
over
a day
there.
drive to get there.
Yeah, I love the rain and cold. No,
I'm gonna go visit. I'm gonna go visit YTC. He says that he wants to show me some of the bodega ladies in New Jersey.
Hell yeah!
Shout out to YTC wherever he's at.
That's the way to do it.
He's
John.
like, let me show you this lot lizard. What's a lot lizard? Don't trust him, John.
And then,
Don't trust him.
Are you talking
And
about
then-
a trouser snake?
And then while I'm over there, I'm gonna tell YTC, let's go to Philly.
Yeah,
You
get
boys
him.
know
You get a
what a lot-
cheesesteak.
you
The only
know
reason to
what
go to
boys-
Are we
Philly.
talking about a gecko running across the parking lot, or the oldest profession on the planet?
That's
So-
what you know what you actually know what
I only go to Philly for cheesesteaks at 3 a.m. It's the
you
only
know
thing.
what a lot lizard is, gentlemen, don't you? Lot lizard is a real term in the trucking industry.
Hmm.
It's a term for someone that employs, like David said, one of the oldest.
All right, I gotta go listen to the game, dude. I'm not getting it on my TV.
Hey,
And
sex
they,
work. Sex
had the
work is
truck,
work.
and they had the truckers basically take them from truck stop to truck stop. And they
I'll
just
see you
travel
guys later.
All right, Tommy, have a great night, bro. Thanks for coming.
Good night, guys.
So we were talking about, how annoying Ayuk and his, social media posts are.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all the 49ers news we got at this point.
No, you also got people going nuts about Isaiah Nayer or whatever being so amazing.
Now, the thing is we haven't seen him with pads on. We haven't seen anybody. Our defense, no one. They had helmets on, safety first, but we haven't seen him with pads on and going full speed.
Yeah.
Well, I also
There's a
heard he doesn't
reason.
catch the ball with his hands. He catches it with his body, which is a huge no-no.
And that's something that Danny Gray does, and that's why he's on someone's
that's-
practice squad
And
somewhere
that's
back
why
there.
he's a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, that's why he's on the
No.
Eagles. The Eagles need to put people on the team that are never going to touch the ball too.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
they do. They
Hold on.
do. They need people
They-
that are never going to touch
they
them.
only
You
need
got to
people
fill the
that are-
roster out.
They
Yeah.
only need people that are going to push that are only going to push the tushes. Okay.
Pause.
Yeah.
And you need helmets in practice, especially because have you seen Antonio Brown lately?
I heard something about him.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Uh,
Did he hop on a rowboat and start heading to Cuba?
Is he
yeah,
going to be?
no,
Is he going to be playing for the
he's
Steelers?
I'm pretty sure he's in a foreign country right now, and there was a video of him bouncing on a trampoline
Oh, that's
in a
it.
trampoline park.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
He's on drugs.
No, that's just CTE.
Mhm.
Good drugs.
No, after he got hit by Vontaze Burfict, he has never been the same.
Oh yeah, man. He got crushed.
I know it's so hilarious because before the trash ass Raiders went to Las Vegas, he got into an argument with the GM, and the funny thing about it, the guy who gave him concussion was the guy who was the only reasonable person. That was so hilarious when that was reported.
The Raiders being in Vegas actually it bugs me a little bit because they should still be in California, but I completely understand leaving Oakland. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
They were kicked out, just like the Warriors were kicked out. Now the A's is a different situation, which I do not want to.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
we love
John,
our A's
John,
and-
John, we can talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I hate the A's. Their owner is a. Oh, you want to know what their stupid owner's doing? Oh, I can't finance the stadium, so I'm going to sell the MLS team for $200 million.
they should just play at the Rivercat Stadium. It's a perfect stadium. It's beautiful.
No, he doesn't want to be there no more because it sucks.
Yeah, he's a douche.
I know he's.
No, this is true because it's like the Niners. If they're looking to trade someone, they actually tell them they're looking to do that.
That's true. It's to the media, but still, bro, like, you're not a little kid anymore. You're a grown man. Put the fucking Twitter down and grow up. Nobody wants to
it's
hear that
like-
shit.
Wait,
I don't
Brandon
have a fucking Twitter.
Ayuk's doing it on TikTok.
Whatever. That's stupid,
The
man. Get
TikTok,
serious.
talk.
TikTok.
At some point, like, you don't need to be.
TikTok on the clock.
Those things are just some spyware, bro. Get serious.
TikTok on the clock.
What the heck? So fast, Tommy.
He's back.
John Fisher is better than the Rooneys.
The last social media I had was MySpace. It was like 25 years ago.
Well, I will say this: like, if the MLS
Sorry.
is bought by someone, I hope it's better than that guy because
Well, that's too bad, John Jay, because I don't know if you saw the design that they did for the A's to play in the Rivercat Stadium, and it was really nice. Bro. It looked like they were meant to be there.
The Giants are stupid.
And the people out here, the people in Sacramento, bro, they would go to those games, bro. There's not much going on around here.
Well, every time I turn the TV on and they talk all like the people in Sacramento hate the A's. That's all I hear.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes Spongy with that Philly Wi-Fi again.
That's too bad, bro. We had shit to do, Gen X. Like Gen X had other things to do besides be on the computer all day.
They got to quit taking the batteries out of stuff and throwing it at people. You know, you leave it in, the Wi-Fi might actually stay on.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, not Ayuk's a little older, but when I was young and we didn't have we had computers, we had AOL, we had Nintendo, we had Genesis and stuff, but all I wanted to do is go to parties and hook up with girls. That's all I cared about. I don't think people care about that shit anymore.
Listen, I like Ayuk, and I respect everyone who says that he should get off the social media, but unfortunately, these young athletes, they live on social media.
You know what it is, though?
It's true, though. You know, it's
if I had a contract and got the money that Ayuk did, I would have no time to be hanging out on Twitter, even if I was laid up in a bed, bro. I got better shit to do.
If you also think about it, who would have thought, just 20 years ago, players weren't even making this is insane amount of money, and now
it's just smart.
Also, I hear the argument, with the running backs. We carry the ball 15 to 20 times per game, and receivers are targeted 5 to 8 times per game, and they get paid more, and we get paid half of that.
Hey guys, sorry, don't mind me.
Yeah, but leave the batteries in it, bro.
Prime time is entertaining.
Grab some out of his controller real quick.
Prime time was entertaining AF though.
No, but not in Colorado.
Ed Reed was.
Dude, this is so true too. Could you imagine Deion Sanders with social media back in the day?
But who wouldn't have social media? Barry Sanders.
Bill Belichick's entire team, if they want to stay on the roster.
What about Larry Sanders?
That's all.
Until Gronkowski got there.
No.
What about Larry Sanders?
Wow, man,
what about Aaron Hernandez?
Listen,
he just smuggled it in his butt like he was used to.
Dude, don't invoke the spirit, bro. That guy will haunt you.
Listen, I want to say this, and I don't want to be very respectful because I know, Kenny, you're a Yankees fan, but if Steinbrenner was still alive, there'll be no social media in Yankees.
No, or sideburns. You can't have sideburns or social.
Sideburns wouldn't be playing
sideburns.
Yo, John, when Steinbrenner's sons took over, we were so mad. On
NFL.com, they're already looking at quarterbacks in next year's draft class and talking about it. The first one's up, Nessenberger from LSU.
Hey,
whatever his name is.
No. Okay, real quick. I just want to say there was an update to I think ESPN's top quarterbacks for next year, and the top number one quarterback is Cade Klubnik, and that is under the assumption that, of course, Arch Manning stays in college. But I saw this thing. Hold on, let me pull it up. It was from it was about Arch Manning. Hold on, let me.
What about Archie Manning?
Hold on, I'm pulling it up. Sorry about that.
Archie.
Yeah, NFL rumors. Texas's Arch Manning has not indicated in any fashion he would enter the NFL draft early. His family has a history of staying.
God, fucking Jungle Lee sucks, dude. Fucking garbage.
Yeah, I wouldn't come out either, Sponger.
No, but they're saying he might stay 4 years.
Damn.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's all I was saying. They're gonna.
Well, they were just talking about players are coming out now when they're 25 years.
No, because it's a family tradition.
Well, also with the new house settlement, because again, I'm a big college football nut. with universities now having $20 million to pay athletes.
That reminds me of Hank Williams. Family tradition.
The world of college football has changed because now everyone is so excited, and from basically 1995 to like this past year, players who weren't compensated are getting that almost $3 billion house settlement.
Well, you know what? Levi and I are coming out with football's version of G League, and we're going to do 7-on-7, and nobody's going to go to the NFL ever again.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you rather do 7-on-7 G League football?
You could probably get some of the top prospects.
That would be awesome.
Man,
I know a few like practice squad guys we could probably get Danny Gray.
I will admit the thing too with being able to do 7-on-7, just like in college football, the hardest part. Why did Washington and Colorado struggle against teams like Bama and Texas? Because there's only so many dang big old boys that have that level of size. And
that's what I'm saying.
You don't need any of them.
There's not a lot
There's
of
a plethora.
Not a lot of good linemen.
Oh, this is what they'll tell you. D2 guys, will tell you. D3 guys they think, like, especially a wide receiver and corner, they think they're as good as D1 guys. And some of them kind of are, honestly. So, I mean,
I would have the right guy to be the first person I call up. He used to be one of my camp counselors. I believe he's the starting quarterback for Lincoln University right now.
You know what? Let's run that shit like the Savannah Bananas too.
Yeah, the Savannah Bananas.
Just copy their business model in a sense and run it 7-on-7 flag football. Tons of fun, tons of craziness. Like, yo, dance as much as you want when you get that fucking touchdown. You got 60 seconds on the clock. Give me a viral hit dance for TikTok.
Funny you bring that up because people want to bring back celebrations in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Celebrate good time.
No more holding calls. Like, but I mean, at that point, isn't it just arena football? You know, like in a sense.
Yeah.
Almost.
Well, I like the XFL. I mean, the NFL made it go away, but I liked it.
I remember that first incarnation of that XFL that they were playing at the time, like at the brand new San Francisco Giants.
Yeah, the first one.
And the problem was that it wasn't that fans were not going to the game. It's just that you're trying to script football like WWE, and you can't do it. You know, football, whatever happens on the field happens on the field. Wrestling is a different thing. I'm not gonna.
But the XFL gave us "He Hate Me."
So so you can't do that, and then they try to do a lot of stupid things that Vince McMahon, because again, Vince McMahon was not a football guy; he was a wrestling guy, and so when he decided to restart it back up, he basically took 2 years, and he got Andrew Luck's father, who's had a great track record in building programs in the college university area, and so by bringing in him, you basically legitimize. You're playing football, and unfortunately, 2020 happened. The league kind of had to fold. They gave it to The Rock, a former football player, and look what he has done. He's building something, and that's what you want to do. You want to play football as football. Now, will it ever become big? I don't know, but
The Rock is a WWE guy, though.
I don't like all the incarnation of all like football leagues from the 90s. The reason why it failed, they wanted to build money, and you cannot do that.
You know the camera that hangs in the middle of the field right now? You know where that came from? The XFL.
Yeah. I mean, you know, there's a theory, too, that if you took the pads and the helmets off the players, you would actually see a reduction in injuries. Because, I mean, think about rugby. Rugby's just tackle football, bro. And some of the shit they do in rugby is like...
That's where football comes
from. Tons of tush push shit. Like, it's, you know... And he's right on that.
Say what about the tush push?
But... You know, they don't get hurt
club
in rugby because they know they can't go a million miles an hour and lower their head and not have a repercussion. So it forces you to play better and play at a more regular pace. So can you imagine if we took all the pads off and we're like, nah, dude, this is straight backyard style 7-on-7. Have a jersey and still tackle.
You know what, Levi? I'm down to do that Savannah Bananas idea.
Now this is this is the answer.
Me and my friends
well, I don't have my camera on.
No, don't get me wrong. I broke my leg when I was doing it. But me and my friends played tackle football And there's a lot of military, a lot of ex-fire and active cops. And we played tackle, but we just knew, man, ain't nobody out here to fucking hurt anybody.
I played flag football till I was 23 years old. We went to Maryland to play a tournament.
No, you didn't.
And we got our ass tore up. And that was before the game.
Tyler Thigpen played in our.
I like to play flag football.
Okay.
They already have that, Tommy.
Yeah.
But do you know what was really fun about the XFL is that remember how the game used to start? They didn't kick the ball off. One guy started at his goal line, one guy started at the other goal line, and they both ran to the 50. And whoever got the ball first, that's who got the ball.
I know.
That was good.
Again, it wasn't that because I remember when they did the documentary on ESPN, the 30 for 30,
BSPN,
and they kept saying people didn't go to the games. People did go to the games. Now, of course,
they went.
Now, just like this is my argument why a minor league of football would fail. The fans are going to have like the interest, and then by week 3 and 4, people don't care no more because they know what the product is. It's not what the NFL is, and so that's why the argument: why do college football stadiums have 120,000 seats and they sell out to watch? What it's not amateurism no more. It's basically professional in college.
Well, you got people that are going to the college right now, and then you have alumni who also go to the games. And I know because I used to work outside the stadium at a restaurant, and that shit would be packed on game days.
Also, a lot of college towns are small towns, and basically people come from the surrounding area. Michigan is a good example. 100,000+ seats. Ann Arbor. And I don't want to sound kind of messed up, is a rich area. Like, it's a rich area. But people from walks of life from the state go there. Okay? Working class people, of course, alumni, etc. The same thing with Miami. Like, Terradome loves Miami.
Miami.
That is Coral Gable. It's a richy area. But everyone walks of life. And so my point is, back to you can build a semi-professional league. The Canadian Football League, they've done it for almost 80-something years.
The key here is going to be, so you can't compete with the NFL in quality. You can't compete in the NFL, the UFL. You can't compete with a lot of these leagues.
It's more about size.
It's why it's important to follow the Savannah Bananas model. Do you know one of the things they do that no other fucking team in the world does? They stream every game live to YouTube for free, and they just invested like millions of dollars because they're making so much money.
For now.
No, that is their fucking model.
Till they get big.
Dude, they're making like $900 million or like some shit like that this year.
Want a piece of that, and they will start putting games on TV. You'll see.
Their games, that's the thing. Every game is free. It garners attention. You don't have to pay to watch them. And most of y'all would there are a lot of viewers who are just bored and want good
just
content.
A matter of time, dude.
Anyone that's willing to watch a baseball game would rather watch a baseball game for free than. And I'm telling you right now, I'd rather watch the Savannah Bananas than any Major League Baseball team. There's not a guy in the major league right now doing a fucking backflip while catching a fly ball.
That's a different story. Regular baseball's boring as fuck.
Exactly. And I think football's kind of boring.
Now,
a lot of people watch college because they think it's more entertaining than the NFL.
Levi, you're absolutely right. That thing's on YouTube. Like, I don't understand it. I know people love it. As a baseball purist, because I actually play the game and I still watch it, I consider it like the Harlem Globetrotters. The Harlem Globetrotters, those guys actually know how to play basketball, but they do a lot of fun things. These baseball dudes who actually know how to play baseball can do other great things. So they should label themselves like the Harlem Globetrotters, travel and people will come.
Bungie's back.
That's the thing. They've sold out like 17 MLB stadiums this year. Like, they're selling out stadiums that the MLB teams are not selling out themselves for games. And so they're making so much money. And the thing is, I don't know if you know this too, like when you go to Savannah Banana game, it's just like CCU just started this, actually, Coastal Carolina University. Everything's free. All you can eat hot dogs. Everything is fucking free, included in your ticket. All of it.
For now. 4 now.
They've been doing it for years, Kenny. You can keep saying that, but their
It's
business model is
not for 20
had
years.
a 900 this is actual statistical fact about them because I tried to bring them to fucking Myrtle Beach to replace the Pelicans. A 900% increase in revenue from last year. Any company would fucking beg for that.
Just wait for private equity, buddy. Just wait. Once they show up, they'll start cutting shit and they'll start asking for more money. And they'll
If
want
you
to be
knew
on
the
TV,
guy that ran the Savannah Bananas, I think you would. He's a unique individual.
They'll write him a check and he'll take it in a second.
I don't know if he would. I really don't know. Maybe like 20 years, but he's growing an empire.
Money talks.
Bullshit runs a marathon.
Teams are begging to be added to the expansion list for that league.
And here's another thing, as far as that goes, YouTube.
They're gonna change baseball. Bro.
YouTube won't be free forever either, guys. You could count on that shit.
Sponge is probably with me on all this.
Well, you see, he just got all.
Oh, there he goes again.
I said, dude, leave the batteries in it. You ain't gotta throw them at people.
So, Kenny, like, I want to agree with you, but they're banked by Google, and they have all the money in the world, so they don't ever have to tell people to pay stuff.
There are people with more money than Google, believe me.
Now, listen, I remember 2018. I remember where I was. I was at work, and we were watching, like TV at our job, and at 4:52 in the afternoon, it was around the summertime. Their stock, they went and became the first $1 trillion company for 20 seconds, and then they went back down to a multi-billion-dollar company.
Guys, the NFL used to be free. Remember that?
Come on, guys.
The NFL wasn't around when you can make however. Like, I want you to think about this. Now,
just remember how fast things move now compared to the 50s to the 90s.
I want to say they spent somewhere around $30 million this offseason upgrading because they don't have the TV contracts, so they don't have someone coming in with their cameras. They have to buy all their own cameras, which
but someone will come in and be like,
Savannah Bananas.
We'll buy you all your cameras.
Okay, so
well, that's the thing. They're already doing that. They already dropped like $30 million to upgrade all their broadcasting equipment.
But $30 million fucking pennies, dude.
I mean, compared to what they were doing before, and they're making money off YouTube.
Sure, they did get bought by, like, ESPN bought a little part to show some of their games, but still, all their games will probably be streamed on YouTube. That's not changing.
Yeah, they have certain concepts, but their entire concept is not doing what Major League Baseball did. The guy focuses on anything that he thinks they suck at. He thought games were too slow.
How many games are on Amazon Prime now and Netflix?
I don't know.
They are diversifying their portfolio. Netflix making a huge push trying to get some more sports.
But this guy has morals.
Here's what there's
why Netflix is doing
when
that?
It comes to money, there's absolutely no such thing as morals.
Disney made an offer to Netflix and insulted them. Netflix got really pissed. Netflix says, "Bitch, Disney, you're not going to buy us. We're going to buy you." And that's Netflix started buying the fucking rights to animes.
Okay, but here's what I'll tell you about Netflix.
They'll be gone. Sports rights.
Netflix will be gone soon, and you can count on that shit.
No, they're not going nowhere.
I take that to the fucking bank.
Count on it. Listen, they were already tanking.
Listen,
they were. That's why Disney shot them the offer.
Hold on. Listen.
Hey, you can take that to the bank, Senator Trump, the blood bank.
I have a hot take, but has nothing to do with sports. Netflix is the biggest media company around the whole world. They can buy the planet they want to. They are buying studios. Now,
Netflix is not even top 10 when it comes to
Here's the thing. Sports fans are technically around the world are a minority. It's Netflix runs everything. And so don't be surprised if they buy like all the sports companies.
You guys are arguing with profits. It's not going to happen.
Hey, with all due respect,
they've
Kenny,
raised their prices.
You're
added more
this
viewers.
Is probably something that
now Kenny is correct. At one point, they were doing bad, and that's why Disney gave them the really low ball offer. But that spurred a change in what they were doing, and they've changed their business model recently. They are super aggressive. in acquiring, like they funding Stranger Things, Squid Games.
There used to be a million Bed Bath and Beyonds too, Levi. And now
as someone that personally, I have a Netflix, I have Hulu, I have Disney, ESPN Plus, I have Peacock, I have Paramount. I have almost every streaming service that is out there. I've tried them all. I've even tried Amazon. There is no better.
Let me remind you of something. HBO used to be the echelon of everything.
HBO is garbage. Always was.
Thank you.
Garbage.
But they used to be the echelon.
Who was the one that lost their streaming service? Was it HBO and they got bought out in a day, or like gave up in a day? Like,
just telling you.
Who was that?
Sears was the thing once. Okay.
And so was Kmart.
But that's the thing. Why did they all leave? Because they refused to adapt. Toys R Us, another one. They refused to. Toys R Us is a great example.
But before that, they started buying more stores and buying this and doing that, and we do this now, and we do that now.
And that's because, like you're saying, some capital groups got involved where they got the company and then sell it for a profit. All the top people make
anything that makes a ton of money. You can count on it being sold off bit by bit.
What was it? Toys R Us. Do you know what actually happened to Toys R Us?
It's back.
They're back.
No, do you know why they failed though? It's one of the scummiest things.
Because of the internet.
Sold a certain rights of one, they refused to adapt, but here's the second part, and this happens to they've done it to a few of these companies. They had all the stores. They sold the land for the store.
Right, it's the land.
So then they had to start paying rent on the land that they had the stores on, which is one of the dumbest fucking business models. They basically purposely destroyed, like a company came in, they paid them to come in and do this, mind you, is the shittiest part, craziest part about it. All the people at the top made millions of dollars off of this, but they sold the land that the company's businesses were on, then made them pay rent to the other sub company.
That's what McDonald's does.
Bankrupted the fucking company in general. And then they had, if you know what an asset sheet is, when you do your balance sheet, your asset sheet, cash flow, all that shit for accounting.
You mean toilet paper, ass sheet?
Land is one of the fucking biggest things you can have on the asset sheet that helps make your company look like it is doing well. It'll drive your stock price through the roof, just acquiring land, because on the asset sheet. Now, then you have to really go into the cash flow sheet and see where the fucking money's going, but half the people investing don't.
And that's exactly what McDonald's does. McDonald's is super rich, not because of how much burgers they sell, but how much land they own.
Yeah, especially internationally. The amount of fucking land they own internationally is wild.
I know, I said this to YTC and his friends. McDonald's is not a fast food company. It's a real estate company. They can buy wherever the hell they want.
I'm going to give y'all... Sorry, go ahead, John. I'm so sorry.
They don't care about their food. So they're like, hey...
Is that why their food sucks?
I was just going to say, you can tell they don't care about their food.
Like, their food is... As someone that... My first job was McDonald's. Their food has gone to shit.
It's so bad now.
And just bring back the goddamn snack wrap.
Dude,
stop fighting on this. That chicken tender's garbage.
Yo, Levi, this was going to be on my Friday show, but we'll do it right now. They're bringing back the snack wrap, buddy.
But that new chicken tender is garbage, bro.
You know why? Because they're using that puffed up, disgusting chicken that's falls apart.
And the breading doesn't stick to it. I went and tried it. I was like, I can't even eat that. I literally could not.
They did it with them. They came out with like a new McCrispy or something. And I love chicken sandwiches. And they did the same shit at Taco Bell too. It's the grossest, most puffed up fake chicken that you could ever get. It's so gross. Yo, you want some good chicken tenders? I'll make you some good ass chicken tenders.
I know, right?
I doubt it. You're from Philly.
And you know what's funny about chicken? That it's so cheap to buy it in bulk, and then it's so easy to make your own tenders. And bro, they will be so good. I bet you Tony can fry the shit out of
it. Bro, if you got the money in the freezer space,
I do like cooking. They love it at school. I mean, fuck. I need 2 cases of that shit, or else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me give y'all a real investment in real estate.
80 pounds of fucking chicken breast that I gotta cut.
Yeah. So real quick, Levi, before you say that, for example, dude, like if I go to Safeway, which is like a store here in California, where I'll go to Safeway and I get the chicken there. It's fucking falling apart and like splitting, and it's like you could tell it's been pumped up full of juice and saline and water and shit. Then if I go and get my chicken at Trader Joe's, it's just so much better.
Oh yeah, Publix is my go-to.
Well, unfortunately, when I found out a few years ago that they basically fatten up the chickens so there's more like meat. And so what they're kind of doing, they're abusing the chicken, and a lot of chickens are actually like when they die, you know, bacteria and start to develop parasites, and they don't give a rat's ass. These farmers,
it's gross.
What is it that French dish? The goose liver, very
Pate?
expensive. No, not pate.
Foie gras.
Foie gras, yes, very controversial because they have to force feed the goose.
Yeah,
literally
that's
like kill them by
dude.
force feeding. Like
that's messed up.
It's a French thing.
Hey, Kenny, quick way or safe way sucks.
It's not the best, yeah.
You know what's better?
Acme.
Wawa.
Acme and Wawa.
Wawa is delicious, bro.
Publix and Sprouts is where it's at. Sprouts
I used to go to Wawa at 4 a.m. and get a ham and Swiss and a meatball sandwich, bro.
Gross.
Well, Kenny, I was told by Mr. YTC who lives there, he said Wawa is ass.
Yeah, he likes Quick Check. He likes Quick Check better.
It's
I prefer Wawa. And I know that if you go
you
more
guys are
south,
talking convenience stores that aren't in my area. You guys have Maverick?
Yeah, what?
I've never heard of it.
Maverick.
I'm so sorry.
Fun fact: if you can buy real estate and you have the money and to be able to hold on to it, and it's in a growing, developing area, a lot of times one of the tricks they do it here in Florida a lot. You'll see like you'll pass a place and be like, "That's a weird place to keep a fucking cow." Keep a few cattle, like 1 or 2 cattle, on the land, and you can technically, if you keep them on the land for so many days a year, classify the land as agricultural, not as commercial. Therefore, you pay way less taxes on it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Exactly. Instead of paying like 20% on the land value, you pay like 5% on the land value.
Yeah, because my grandfather owned a bunch of land up in the Poconos, which people on the East Coast may know what that is, but it's the middle of nowhere, and like it's a resort area. But like now it's all built up. And so if you were able to pay the taxes for the last 30 years before they built that shit up, you'd be rich right now.
Yeah. I went to one of those the millionaire house people that do the classes. I learned like the tax.
Bebop, you don't like Wawa?
Yeah, I was about to say
like Wawa.
He said it's garbage.
That's weird because that Wawa's up in Philly.
Hey,
we got Wawa down here in Florida. Wawa's garbage, bro.
It's the people who are like North Jersey. Hey, did you just say Wawa's garbage?
It's more about independently owned.
Garbage. I'm a Sheetz guy. If I'm in Philly or PA, I'm looking for a Sheetz.
Bro, the Wawa where I used to live in South Jersey was the shit. And the person who made my sandwiches was a fucking artist. And it was a long time. You got to remember, this was a long time ago. So they had boar's head meat. And they had good shit and good cheese and fresh stuff. This is like 2000.
I was just joking. The recent Boar's Head Listeria outbreak.
Oh, no. Yeah, this is a long time ago.
I used to love Boar's Head. They got a great, or no, I'm thinking I like Sara Lee butter chicken.
Oh, man. Sara Lee chicken.
What?
Sara Lee butter chicken.
Nobody butters it like Sara Lee.
Yeah, you got to butter my bottom like Sara Lee.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know what's funny? We actually we have
a
restaurant in Myrtle that's it's the Paula Deen family restaurant. And you don't order like individual dishes, you order like a family thing, and they just put like giant things of mashed potatoes, so you like serve it family style. Like, yeah, Paula Deen, the whole experience.
Oh, Paula Deen, yeah.
I actually used to walk out to a part of like this on the ocean. That's Dolly Parton's summer homes out there.
Oh, wow.
Well, Dolly Parton.
Kenny, I have to agree with you.
It's a mansion, bro.
In-N-Out is ass.
In-N-Out bro. Thank you. Yo, I
like Nation.
I love In-N-Out.
People love In-N-Out. I don't
I like Nations too.
If I'm eating a burger, it's Culver's or Freddy's.
I just feel like I don't know. I don't want to be snobby, but I can go to any corner like bodega in Jersey and get a bigger burger than there is at In-N-Out. Anywhere. And I don't know. People love that shit burgers?
Now,
no,
because I live in Daly City and a lot of my friends are Filipino, they love In-N-Out. So when I go out with them,
if people don't agree with me, fly me out to a Beast Burger somewhere, pay for my burger.
Oh, speaking of that, a Beast Burger just
review.
opened up in my locations, and I want to go check it out.
Have you had the Shake Shack? You guys
I went and got the Beast Box.
Yeah, but that's a Shake Shack where I live.
I mean,
God, what is going on here?
I don't want any fast food burger.
Oh my God, we suck.
I really what it comes down to is I don't want any fast food burger. I just heard In-N-Out won best fries. I was like, what?
Well, I will say this, as a burger place, like it's way better than fast food, but the hype it gets, like, now I'll say this, the food is pretty good, but will I say it's the best burger on the planet? No.
Hey, I'll say this. So, like all the places you guys have on like the West Coast or in the Central or whatever. I'm talking places like
low nose.
I'm talking about places that aren't here in New Jersey or like the North. Like when we got our first Raising Cane's.
Oh, like love me Cane's.
It was so hyped, and then I feel like
there's no seasoning. I'll be honest.
It really dropped off,
and it's all breading. No,
they stopped putting. They had like a Lowry seasoning they used to put on the fries, and because of health shit, they don't put.
People don't know, Lo. People don't know. Levi might know a little bit.
I've been going to Cane's since Ohio, bro. The real Cane's.
Ohio.
That's where I found Cane's. And Spongy, you're right, dude. I bet you that line for Cane's was fucking a mile long.
It was.
When I was in Colorado Springs, we got our first Cane's there.
You said it right there.
No matter what day it was, a weekday, it was wrapped around.
So here's my thing with Cane's. Yes, the breading doesn't have a lot of flavor. They don't season their fries.
I don't know why. Seasoning is cheap.
It's because they can keep you like, it's not that high in sodium.
Oh, boo.
I always took their fries home and I just put my own seasoned salt on it.
I'd rather
that's interesting.
Take the sodium and then go home and drink a gallon of water.
Lowry's seasoned salt sponge. Just keep it in and I'm telling you, always keep that on you for their fries.
Oh, you should have it on your belt. Like
their sauce I kind of like. It's less tangy than Zaxby's sauce. And the bread's good, but my thing with Cane's is this: the quality of the chicken is always A+. Always. Like, I've never had a bad piece.
You guys ever see Step Brothers fancy sauce, which is ketchup and mayonnaise mixed together? Fancy sauce.
What's cane sauce? Isn't?
See, my buddy,
I can give you the recipe right now. You're going to use like a quarter cup of mayo, 3 tablespoons of ketchup, about a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and that's about it. Give it a whisk, and if you get the ratio right, that's cane sauce.
So my buddy, my coworker went to the Raising Cane's that they just opened nearby where we lived, and he got a meal, and he paid almost $25 for it.
Good Lord!
I know, and welcome to California. Expensive.
Yeah, bro, that's another thing. The prices are ridiculous.
I only know that, Sponge, because I actually made cane sauce literally last week for my.
I will say, In-N-Out is relatively inexpensive.
Pretty easy to make.
Yeah, everyone has little variations, differences to the recipe. Add a little like lemon juice and stuff like that.
Ooh.
Honestly, I like hot sauce and ranch mixed together. That's all I care about.
I'm a blasphemous. I'm from the South. Ranch is disgusting. And in the South, they eat ranch on everything. I watch people dip pizzas in the ranch.
Oh, yeah, check it out, you losers!
Damn. I think Tommy lost money on
the Earmuffs.
How the hell you lose? You're fucking the worst team in the. My God.
Well, I think the Giants.
Wet ranch.
Damn, our team is so bad.
Actually, we're gonna appreciate this, Kitty. I made a pizza from scratch, like from yeast and everything. Made my own dough from scratch.
Oh, I make my own dough too, babe.
Babe.
Babe. Whoa.
I said baby.
I'm your baby? Whoa, that's a step further than
Yo, somebody at the NATO conference called Trump his daddy. Did you see that shit?
I did, actually.
So
we refer to Delta Airlines as Big Daddy D. We'd be like, yo, you got to get that plane out or Big Daddy D's going to come
You're my
down
daddy. You're my daddy, he said.
Low the truth, he's watching the San Francisco Giants game.
Oh, please don't talk about my trash-ass team.
Wait,
Mac
Kenny,
Daddy Jones.
Kenny, I think we're going to talk about it on Friday.
Mac
Daddy.
That's right. That's right. This ain't the place for
I got so much shit saved for Friday.
And we're gonna have to do an open forum time.
Yeah.
You know, I thought about like saying that last week. Like everyone bring like one thing they want to talk about in a sense for them. The show could be.
I have one thing to bring up. It's sports related. What are your thoughts of Shador Sanders getting in trouble with the law already? Oh, okay, I messed up.
I don't think. Yeah,
up.
but you know what? It's speeding, and like I have issues with that myself, so it doesn't make me a bad person.
Yeah,
Kenny, I disagree on you that so much. I'm a person. Driving is the ultimate litmus test. I argue if you really want to interview someone for a job, make them drive you to lunch. Make them drive you and watch them through traffic and see how they
People grab the oh shit handles when they ride with me.
A situation happened a couple days ago, which completely, and I'll get into it later, which completely made me lose respect for people who who speed or drunk drive or anything.
Well, drunk driving is a different story. He was drunk.
I'm just saying, like, anything that has to do with a car and anything that could make that a potential weapon, speeding is another thing, you know.
My argument is this: when it comes to speeding, my rational front lobe of my brain says, why? There is almost no purpose. So my argument is this: if you are in that hurry to get somewhere, you didn't leave with proper planning and time.
No,
so
I left exactly
should you
when
endanger other people and yourself for your lack of planning? Now, don't get me wrong. I like going fast. If there ain't no one around, fuck it. Do 180 like David McKnight.
Well,
go
hold
fast.
on. Do we know when he was driving? When was he driving fast? Was it late? Was it early?
It was 12:40 a.m. So right past midnight on a major interstate. The second time too, and the level of speeding he got caught on.
If you've ever been to Sacramento, once the sun goes down, this becomes Malibu Grand Prix out here, bro.
Interesting.
Bro, you tell me, man. In Colorado, where I was at, you can get to Kansas pretty quickly. You know, Kansas is long and flat. So all those street people would get out at a certain time, meet up at a parking garage, and then the entire meet would head to Kansas to go do fucking races like all night.
Well, so here in Utah,
you know about like, the flats.
I don't know what your guys' speed limits are in the populated areas, but it's 70 on the freeway here.
Yeah.
Once you get out of the populated areas, it increases to 80.
That sounds
awesome. A couple like that. Actually, I think I hit one of those roads on Utah on our trip.
I feel like 80 wonderful. Is the minimum.
So, I'm not lying. That road was well maintained too. Dude.
I have
nowhere. Like
I have a great story to tell you. So my former employer, he was driving his kid.
Yeah, hell yeah, Lo.
He was driving his kid to college, and basically, there are roads that like do not connect on the main road heading from San Francisco Bay Area to L.A. Yeah. And the thing said the max was at some point was like 60 miles. He was driving 80 and almost 90, and there was like no one, like basically like these weird roads, no one is there. And so a lot of the highway patrol in those empty areas, you can drive fast, but it's on your responsibility. If something happens to you, you're left stranded there. If something happens to you, but once you enter like the highway with all the cars, you have to go 60.
You know, here's the thing. I know, like, for example, I know David has a very fast car. I don't even have that fast a car, but I can go from 0 to 60 in a fucking snap. And so 60 is not fast for me. So when I'm on the highway, I'm usually going like 80, 85, 90, blowing past people. And I don't know how they can go that slow. I don't understand.
So I make this argument because I've thought about running for like mayor of my city. And I think that we should change the way that we enforce. Oh, dude, I thought about it, but it's so crazy here where I'm at in Florida, how it goes about it. And,
they should just not make cars that go over 8.
But I wanted to change the way that we do traffic enforcement.
You would probably be targeted in a
Oh, I would be.
Attack.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Our sheriff's under so many investigations right now for money laundering and
that's how he became sheriff.
Oh, wow.
So, well, it's bad because one of his own officers ran against him this past election and literally was like, y'all need to audit the forensic department. The forensic department needs to be audited. Basically saying that's where he's hiding all the shit off the books.
Oh my God.
Sounds like a goody two-shoes to me.
So here's my argument with speeding and why you don't want it. Because no matter what, speeding leads to more accidents. As someone that's running a city, everyone that's, if you're in a certain zip code, you can save money by just changing your zip code to a different one with your insurance company. I did it recently. I moved not even 3 miles and I saved like $40 immediately just by
you probably could also save some money on taxes.
A lot of that has to do with accident and death rates, which of course areas with higher speeding have correlating higher accident, higher death rates. So as someone that runs a city, I want to be able to lower those numbers so that I can then go to the insurance board of the state and make a very factual driven argument that all rates in my area should be. Now, this is the type of shit that no fucking person's doing that they have the authority to do, which actual government should be doing for their citizens. But I should be able to argue to the insurance board of the state that they should lower all premiums laterally across my district because I've statistically proven that I've lowered the accidents and the death rates in my city. Therefore, it is safer and the savings should be passed on. But, you know, who the fuck am I?
Not only that, but nobody cares about stuff like that, Levi.
Exactly. No one cares. Like, here, there is a 3-day window to enter that race. It starts, there are 3 days, it closes. If you don't have everything and all the fees in that perfect little window, you can't run. And that's the most southern backwater, good old boy tactics I've ever seen.
Good old boy.
That's what we call it.
I just want to say I don't drive like fucking a maniac in traffic, bro. I'm not a crazy person. I'm usually alone. There's no one around. I don't see any lights.
See, that's all fine.
Cars.
That's all. Well, you're a Kenny. You're a Kenny.
Here's my take of Shador and the like.
Oh yeah, Shador.
You could drive 1 mile above, and then you could get that bullshit, officer who's just trying to get quota. And I don't know if that's the case.
Not here.
If that's the case, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, you're an NFL athlete now, and anything you do, people are going to try to scrutinize you.
John,
and you're a leader. You lead by example.
And that's the problem.
Going that speed limit, how much time was he really going to save getting home? Maybe 60 seconds, a minute? Like, I've done the math on it. Unless you're driving over 100 miles in distance, unless you're going more than 30 over the speed limit,
but he's not driving fast to get somewhere quickly, bro. This is a switch. Like in my head, this switch turns on when my ass hits my car.
Is him. You know what it really is? This is a young kid. I was at this age. As much as everything I'm saying, it does not mean I have not done really dangerous and crazy things in my life.
At that age, I used to have a Dodge Ram pickup truck, and I would go over 100 miles an hour.
John.
Every single one of y'all can probably tell me after like a bad breakup or you were just a bad day at work, you didn't were like, man, I just want to fucking floor this shit. Like, fuck this.
No, I don't drive angry.
But that was probably him just venting frustration after a long day of not getting first reps.
Like, he might have been doing that.
John, it's not
to that end, I can't blame.
It's not that he was driving like one over the speed limit. He was driving a good
120 and a 60.
Yeah.
And then the previous one was 95 and a 40.
That's an unfortunate situation, but that's not the norm.
And so here's also the thing. He got the first speeding ticket. He refused to show up. And he was going to pay whatever fine for just not showing up in court.
That's stupid not showing up.
And so then on top of that, then went and got the second one. So they were looking for him because he didn't show up. And I guarantee you, I know how it works.
And not only that,
that cop that gave him the first ticket showed up for court because he has to. And when he didn't show up, that cop was pissed. And I guarantee you that cop went and sat in the same spot waiting.
But not only that, when you don't show up, you admit that you were guilty, you pay the fine, and you get points. You don't need to get the points. Just show up.
And I think the fine for not showing up was the ticket plus like $365, which to him, he's like, fuck it, chump change, not worth my time.
Yeah, but it's not even about the money. He should be smarter than that because it's more about the points.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, you are right on that.
Here's the thing.
Well, the thing is, he was caught. I'm sorry, John. He was caught reckless endangerment of speeding. Anything over 20 miles an hour, they can not only take your car on the spot, but take away your license. Exactly. Twice he got away with it. And
maybe the best thing is for him not to drive himself around.
I think actually that's what they did do.
Yeah, and his girlfriend too. She was driving 92.
So here's the point. This is how I look at it.
Deshaun was caught for the same thing when he signed the contract.
If he did something wrong or he didn't do something wrong, whatever. The problem that these NFL young players, and I'm so glad the NFL, like just about 10 years ago, started to get responsible retired athletes to tell these kids, listen, you still have that kid brain. You guys are looked at as heroes and whatever. And so every time
they have the symposium for all the rookies.
And here's the problem. Every time you do something bad, the media and fans who don't like you are going to use this to make you a bad person, and that's the problem. And this is the thing that I
also why I don't understand, because they get all this. They have people telling them. They have all the resources. Like,
yeah, so that's
especially
they grew up watching the media, watching people do dumb stuff.
Yeah, you know what?
You guys know you're going to be in the spotlight if you do it.
If I get a contract,
it's a perfect example though. One of my friends saw in the interviews. That's the thing. He needs to prove people wrong that he wasn't that person in the interviews, and this mindset just doubles down that teams like the Giants who are like, no, you're kind of being an entitled little prick here, and just, you know, you're kind of showing us that you don't have emotional.
But it doesn't mean you can't be a good player. I mean, in fact, back in the day,
I mean, it shows you're not going to have good practice.
This guy's like a
You're
nut.
not going to.
He's wild. He's a you know, a loose cannon.
Well,
and
here's the thing.
Kind of like
Cleveland should know better by that, because that's Johnny Manziel. You can have all the athletic talent in the world, but when it comes to the NFL, if you aren't willing to put in the fucking work, it does not matter.
But he does. He does put in the work. He works.
Anthony
really
Richardson, you know, athletically talented, incredible measurables, doesn't put in the work. Jamarcus Russell, same thing, just never put in the work.
That guy got really fast.
Listen, I said this. Like, Anthony Richardson was not a top tier quarterback. He ran the 40-yard, and again, these NFL scouts need to, like, you know, come on. He ran
impressive.
And he really good. And Anthony Richardson was drafted in the top 5. Okay,
that's because he had such a great combine, John Jay. He was not a great player.
Well, he did not do that. Again, all the measurables are there. Everything you want in a quarterback, well, physically there. So, but the mental really was the concern.
So I was watching the combine when he was there, and he said he's gonna throw the ball, and in the last minute he says, "I'm not throwing, but I'm gonna run." And so he ran, and then he didn't do nothing else.
Oh yeah, it's crazy here in Florida.
Oh my God.
They actually recently in my area, we're not in Miami, but we're on the other side.
Also,
so we have a street racing scene too, and they crack down fucking hard.
Of course you do. Of course.
Also, like,
they're doing like high speed copter chases, like
also,
he's saying.
I remember, like, in the combine, like, where Shador, like, the mistake that he did, and I think he should, like, learn from it, is never go up to the media and never say this. Whatever team is interested, you know what I'm capable of doing, you know who I am, and just draft me. You don't do that. You don't do that. Now that's either a young mind who's still developing, or it's cockiness. But you never do that, because again, the NFL, and again, I don't want to do this because, you know, like Corey Davis, keep it sports. But I'm going to break that promise.
Oh yeah, beautiful whips.
They don't have to draft you. They don't have to. The NFL doesn't have to do nothing. They say, you know what? We don't have to. We don't have to.
Here's one of the things. Like, let me give you an example of what happened in that New York interview. So they walked up. They said, "All right, hey Shador, how you doing today? Yada yada yada. So you know, we run. We're doing. I want you to go up to the board. I want you to, tell me how you would read the smash dagger concept."
I'm legendary. I don't
just give me the ball and let me throw it.
And so dude looked at the board and started BSing when they didn't have a smash dagger on the board. They had, like, you know, why shallow cross or some shit on the board, a different passing concept. And he didn't say anything. He just started bullshitting his way through it.
But he's not the only quarterback to do that.
And that is a standard practice for many years. Many NFL teams for their quarterbacks. It's like when you watch fucking Hell's Kitchen and they're doing the all right, let me do this. That's not chicken, chef. That's tuna. Like,
Levi, that's the thing though. He's a legend.
And then not only after he didn't catch it, they finally, after he stopped bullshitting, they were like, "Hey, that's not a smash dagger." And he got angry, which again shows an emotional, immature response. He got angry that he just sat there and lied his ass off, and they called him out on it. And he walked out of that interview basically.
Just let me put the ball in the hole. Levi.
Good on him. Right. The Giants suck anyway. They wouldn't have been any better.
So, you know, and that's the thing. Jackson Dart struggles with full field reads. If he has to do full field passing concepts, he will struggle. But when it comes to identifying half field concepts, he's actually pretty good at that. So simple passing game, good. Might struggle when they open the playbook though. When they open the playbook in a few years to him, might struggle.
Crown Town.
Hey, Shador.
No, my boy Jackson Dart.
Bebop was asking where David Corona was.
I've been trying to learn more and more about all this
shit. He was flirting with kids' moms on the baseball field.
I don't think so.
No, I'm just kidding.
He was getting dirt kicked out of him by a 10-year-old.
Yeah, getting yelled at by parents and shit.
Yep.
I agree,
That
though.
must have
Anthony
been
Richardson,
fun.
another Trey Lance with speed. Trey had a stronger arm, though.
Well,
Yep.
so beautiful lips in Florida. Well, in New York, they actually call running from the cops swimming. It's a thing because the New York State Police, they will not chase people. There's too much traffic.
I have a clip for Friday for Kitty's show. Recently, a couple days ago, we might have actually driven by this as it was active scene. There was a guy in the water, and he didn't want to go back to jail, so he was in the water to get away from the cops. And then an alligator started sneaking up on him, so he was fighting an alligator while arguing with the cops.
Good idea.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about alligator Alcatraz. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
Oh my god, dude! Like,
Yep. Also in San Francisco, you can't do a car chase because we have so many hills. So if you're trying to go up a hill, your car's gonna go backwards because the speed, like when you're driving up a hill in the speed, that car flips. So it's hard to.
Yeah, that's why they want electric cars because the police will just deactivate your car.
Not really.
he's
Dude,
right on
what's
that.
up, buddy?
To a certain degree.
What's up, guys? How
They're
you
gonna
guys
do
doing?
that.
Well, the
They're
real
gonna do
scary
that.
thing is not
Right, dude.
deactivating. Right now, a lot of your stuff can actually be hacked. Like they've shown a lot of these cars. I can, if I wanted to, I could. If you ran a hotspot on your car, I can fucking hack into your hotspot and possibly access the electrical systems. I could fry and start giving you misreadings. I could start making your check engine light go off. God forbid, some of them actually have the braking systems. They had to actually add security things to this. But some of them, you can actually access the braking system through that stuff. And so I could basically just pull beside you and make your fucking car stop. Not all cars, though. And I think they've addressed that.
But soon it will be all cars.
All right.
But
All right,
Yeah.
Chill. You have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you.
later, chill out. No, we got to wrap this up. I got
It's getting late.
Yeah, it's getting late. We're already like over time for normal.
Yeah, I'm starving.
saying.
Hi, starving.
Yeah,
I've gone up in all my weight now. I did 6 reps over 300 pounds on my squat the other day.
Mm.
Starting to
Yeah,
max.
talking about that the other night, we were doing a softball game, and the umpire missed the call at home plate.
David,
So it was a foul ball down the line. The lady touched it on the other side of the line.
that's a double.
And then-
That's a double.
No, foul ball. So the parents flipped out. They got into it with the home plate umpire. He threw his mask on the floor. He was trying to fight the parents, and I had to hold this guy back. Yeah, it was all bad that night.
Damn it.
Wow.
Sorry to hear
Yeah,
that.
I still got that thing, but it's looking better.
All right, guys, we're gonna start a new fighting to compete with UFC, and it's just gonna be umpires fighting with parents and like baseball teams.
It don't
Wait.
look like an arm vagina.
David,
What?
anymore.
I thought this was America.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing before we leave. Leave Caitlin Clark alone. That's it.
It's like always.
Poor
At
Angel
the
Reese.
ground. Fuck the ground.
It's a national treasure, for God's sake.
All right, folks, we're getting on out of here. Everyone have a great night. David Cronin, sorry you're only on for a couple minutes, buddy, but thanks
Yeah,
for
no
coming.
worries. Yep.
Have the Rams. Have
Tune
the
in
Eagles.
Friday for the news show where we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff.
Yes.
And as Corey Davis says, go 49ers and F
Super Bowl
all
champs,
31
go
other
Birds.
teams,
Yep.
Yeah, fuck the Rams.
especially the
Eagles.
Rams.